Oh, weep grog and weep nitty bong, my fellow addicts. This is TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict, coming to you with a very long overdue / spaced out TFTC. This is episode number 63, and with me tonight I have my co-admin. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, it's me, Matthew, or Subagraptor, whatever you prefer. I am the co-admin of this channel. Ta-da!
And of course, one of my reoccurring guests, if you'd like to introduce yourself. What?
My channel has been dead for over a year.
Yay!
Great way to start us off. Not depressing at all, anyway.
Thanks.
And new guest, TF Customs, who has actually been on TFA Plays a few times. So, hey, go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? TF Customs here.
So, yeah. It is that time of year. Once again, SDCC beckons upon us as of next week. But, of course, similar to HasCon, we're getting a lot of leaks and a lot of exciting stuff throughout the Transformers franchise. And plus, it's been a little while, so it's like, hey, here's a recap for you guys. Of course, as always, we will acknowledge a live chat whenever we can, but we are going to try to keep the show on a roll and hopefully make this a short episode of TFTC. Hoping. Yeah. And if at all possible, hey, Sean Long, if you guys know him or have followed him or know him from like 2009 whenever he did Revenge of the Fallen Transformer reviews and such, he might actually pop in, hopefully. So we'll just wait and see. And hey, guess what? New logo. Thank you to All Hail Megatron, or I'm sorry, AHM1K for making this for me. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. And expect a special outro in my videos, my solo videos rather, made by Stealthabot here. Thanks again for that, by the way, dude.
You're welcome.
So we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. We're going to try and keep it in very small, compact sections. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the SDCC exclusives, as well as the Amazon / Prime Wars Trilogy exclusives for Transformers Power of the Primes / Prime Wars Trilogy. And the Studio Series figure. I'm not even going to address that thing by name. Cyborg, you got the pics?
Yes, I am sharing now.
Woohoo!
Not yet. Hold on. Now.
I don't see them yet.
Now. How about now?
Whoa.
Yeah, now!
Oh, there we go.
Took 5 seconds behind schedule. What do I pay you for?
I'm sorry.
I don't think you pay him at all.
Don't tell people that.
We have fun here. Anyway, so yeah, this is our... I can't even be enthusiastic about this. I really can't.
No, you're stealing my job.
No, I'm being genuine when I say this. I can't be enthusiastic about this. Why is this number 19?
That's like literally that's been my problem. Like I honestly don't care about this one. But see, like I have almost so far whatever's left. I have what's Wave 1 is for Studio Series. I'm playing again with Wave 2. I got I was lucky enough to find Thundercracker. I'm like, perfect. I've gone through all the exclusives. I'm safe. But then this came out, and then the 19 shows up.
Why? Why does it have to be a Bumblebee repaint?
So, luckily, they did confirm that this will be available in the Hasbro Toy Shop, probably around the same time as the other exclusives, around the middle of August. It's just a shame that, because the Bumblebee figure, it's all right, but I really wasn't planning on buying another Bumblebee, because, especially with this year, I'm probably going to buy a lot of Bumblebees already.
Considering that he's getting his own freaking movie, and then next year is pretty much going to be Bumblebee promotion for the character everywhere, because it's going to be year.
Right.
Yep. Though obviously, this is obviously for this figure, the big talk isn't Bumblebee. The big talk is with these guys, the Dino cassettes.
So me personally, Transformers Addict confessing here, I don't know these characters. I don't know these things
I did a lot of research on these guys.
How dare you!
I don't.
Let the you may be the addict, but let the guru come in. So these guys, these are kind of more Japanese exclusives. These are the name. Crap, I'm losing now. This is Zaru, and oh man, I lost it now. I'm the best.
It should be in the article.
It should be in the article, actually. You're right. Let me just go back to that. I did a lot of research on these guys. So we have here Dial and Czar are their U.S. names, but I think in this form, like releasing for these releases, they're gonna be called Dairu and Urazu. Which is there's a big like play on it because when they were released in the U.S. they were translated wrong. Like dial was spelled dial like crocodile, but it should be dial like bone dial.
That's kind of weak.
Yeah, whatever. And then Zor should be just sore like dinosaur, but whatever. So we now have once again
first ever U.S. release though. That's a pretty big deal.
Exactly. So Dairu and Orozu.
Wow.
That
sounds like mildly racist. But okay.
Thank you.
No, it sounds like you're trying to throw up, but you can't.
But yeah, so and just to clarify, guys, for you dinosaur nuts out there, he is an iguanodon, and obviously this is an Apatosaurus.
Are those reveal the shield logos on the sides, or are they just decals?
I think they're just regular G1 rub signs.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
which then by that technicality, I mean, I think Reveal the Shield used original G1 rub signs as well.
That's what I meant by Reveal the Shield.
Yeah,
like rub sign.
I'd say so. I personally say so. I will admit, it is pretty cool. Like, Hasbro is going this deep into history like this. And I will admit, it's really cool to have these guys like officially released in the U.S. I'm not a G1 nut. I don't really care for they look cool, but I don't have a G1 blaster or Soundwave, so it's like I have no use for this. And then
are they actual G1 toys? Like,
yeah, these are G1
these
sets.
are G1 these are Takara made and now finally released in the US for the first time ever.
Can we go back to the picture of Bumblebee like in robot mode and vehicle mode next to these guys? Yeah, now I can see the tape deck modes.
Yes, so people in the forums pointed out that Uzaru is a photonegative, reverse of the original Zor figure. Like it's the paint and the stickers translucent paint is actually it's if you reverse negative it would look like the original paint for the original toy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean for Dial it's not the case. It's just he was always green, but specifically for Zor that's what it is.
So it's like if you inverted the colors or something, and it would appear like the proper G1 colors.
That's correct.
That's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, actually, also another tiny little fact. Small fact. Zor, the Apatosaurus one, is in an episode of Transformers Animated.
Wait, what?
He's in the background.
Yeah, because they had a bunch of G1 characters in there, like Sea.
Yeah, it's the one with the rude white guy who shows up Cybertron.
Wait.
I forgot his name. I don't want to say Peter Schmidt. That's not it.
Wait. Are you talking about the human?
The human, yeah. The asshole who's like, I hate machines.
What the fuck is his... Oh, hold on. I'm trying to remember his name.
Like Pawtucket or Peter Schmidt or... that's totally not right.
I'm trying to remember what his freaking name is. It's going to bug me. I'm thinking Captain Fairborn, but then I'm like, no, that's EDC. That's from Transformers G1. What the... Fanzone! That's what
Fanzone. Yeah, Captain Fanzone. Yeah, he shows up so way in the background. I don't know why of all characters Derek Wyatt would do that, but Zor's in the background.
I mean, he just might be a really diehard G1 fan, because that's kind of what Animated was, in a sense.
That's true.
It was basically a love letter to G1, but also just destroying everything about G1.
Also, slightly off topic, for the longest time that I've seen the ending to Transformers Animated, and I always thought Rodimus died from oil slick. Yeah, he's in the freaking group. Whenever the Autobots are coming back to bring the Decepticons, he's in the group. He never died.
Good.
Can we talk about these Bumblebee pictures for a sec too while we're at it? Because they mistransformed those door wings.
Oh yeah, I know. I stare at them. That's all I'm staring at.
Okay.
And the paint.
Let me get this straight. You're a professional toy company that makes these figures look phenomenal in box, but when it comes to your promotional images and CG renders, you still miss stuff.
Well,
which is funny because
you really think they read their own instructions?
Didn't they do
read their instructions?
Could they read their instructions?
Didn't they do the same illustration when they did the Last Night toy commercial for Bumblebee?
Yep.
For the Last Night version of this?
Yep.
It's impressive how they keep missing that.
I don't understand how, though. Because it's obviously
look at those.
There's a visible hinge on the doors. Just rotate it down. It can't be any worse than Takara freaking mistransforming a one-step changer.
That's funny.
How do you do that?
Shame.
That's still
I will
bugs me
admit
to
the
this
car
day.
mode looks pretty decent.
Yes, if I was trying to
car
find
mode
it while
looks
we were
really
before we were setting up the stream, like because people on the forums pointed out that this specific paint for the Camaro at the time was a very popular choice, which is why it's painted this way with this black streak here.
I will admit, I know that's just gold paint and not gold plastic, but that's not only going to chip. I feel like that is going to break one day. And not to mention, if that's gold paint painted on top of clear plastic, ugh, nightmare.
You know,
God, I hope not.
here's what would be really funny though. What if this toy was like built with all the proper quality control that the original should have had?
If that's the case, I would be extremely livid.
Wow, that'd be...
You guys remember how they said that like they were going to be re-releasing a Bumblebee with like the QC issues fixed?
Yeah,
what if this was that Bumblebee?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, someone reported that, but I still don't buy it because
wasn't one of the people who reported finding that was it's that guy we don't like.
Yeah, there's that one. We're not going to start any drama here.
We're not going to start anything, but yeah, one of those guys we don't like
that
found
one
it. But
toy
was it
hunter,
right?
yeah.
Was he true?
I don't know. I personally
whatever. Well, if this is the case and they fix that, that's cool. I mean, I don't want to
But that's also
transform
kind of
them.
like a real. That's like a big punch in the dick because it's like, hey, we released this Bumblebee, but guess what? The exclusive's better.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like I like the box it comes in. Because like I'm with TFA. Like I don't have any G1 Soundwave or Sound Blaster. I'm honestly I would only get this to complete the toy line. So will I get this? Yes. Will I be happy about it? No.
Then why
would
would
you
you
get
get it?
Because I want to complete the line. Damn it! I never completed the line before.
You're
but then
worse
these guys
than
had
him.
Wait
Find somebody that bought it.
Wait a freaking minute. What do you mean he's worse than me? I don't get every single figure. I have passed on some.
Just look, find somebody who buys
That's
it.
why I said he's worse
And
than
take
you
that
because
back.
you actually pass on ones that
Well,
you know aren't.
look, I would totally pass on it. Like, see, if it was hard to get, I wouldn't do it. But the fact that they're gonna let it be readily available.
Here's a good example of something. Prime versus Prime collects the Studio Series, right? Okay, he has all of them, all the recent ones. Like he has Wave 1, he has Wave 2, he has Thundercracker. Now imagine having 18. You don't have 19. You only have 20, 21, 20, so on and so forth. How bad would that bug your OCD?
It wouldn't if I knew that the figure was garbage and I already had it.
Right. Same.
Okay, well in that case, maybe it just depends on the person.
See, this is just for me. Like I understand, it's just on my part. I'm someone who wants to complete the line. I'm gonna sacrifice my money. I mean, it's not expensive.
No,
so,
it's like 60. It's like 50 or 60 bucks.
So for a San Diego Comic exclusive, $60 is not bad.
Yeah.
Honestly,
you're getting
though,
two rare like toy molds, and then one that's readily exclusive, available and cool paint, whatever.
Plus,
it's not bad.
You want an excuse to buy it? They're the Dino cassettes. You like Dinobots? Put them with the.
I do like
Prime
dinosaurs.
Dinos.
I do like dinosaurs. I will admit.
Put them with the Power of the Prime Dinos. Be like, hey, there you go.
Like I just like. But I'm just gonna whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm gonna skip out on this. If I ever get this figure, it will just be loose from an eBay seller because I probably use it as a movie GoPro.
I mean, honestly though, like, look, if you have OCD that bad,
it would bug the shit out of me.
No, look, if you have OCD that bad that you need the 18, go on eBay or find somebody that bought it, right? And then just buy the box off of them. If it's that bad.
That's not. But I feel like is that really complete? It's like
not really, because you have the box, so you don't have the figure.
But here's where I draw the line on this, though. When it comes to like Studio Series and whatnot, the only figure that hasn't been original to the Studio Series line was Thundercracker, and that's because he was a repaint of a TLK toy. Technically, that still kind of counts as part of the line without being a repeat. Bumblebee, if you have the original Studio Series Bumblebee, getting this would be almost redundant and almost counterintuitive to the idea of collecting the whole line, because you're basically buying the same figure twice with a slightly different.
I'm going to tell you right now. If that's the case, then prepare, because a lot of the studio series in the future will be like that. Like, for instance, we know for sure that one of the future Voyagers will be another Starscream, just painted in the Revenge of the Fallen colors.
Revenge of the Fallen.
Wave 3 is supposed to, right?
Wave 3. Wave 4. Wave 4. Wave 4.
With Ironhide.
Yeah. Wave 3 is Ironhide by himself. Wave 4 will have the Starscream.
No. Wave 3 is Bone Crusher and Ironhide.
Well, if it's going by the leaks, which so far it's been accurate, then Wave 4 will be just Starscream, Revenge of the Fallen colors.
So you think that like Bone Crusher would be like
if it's
Wave 6?
Yeah, I was saying if it's going so far as accurate as it's been going with the leaks that they gave us like a year ago, I think so. I think Bone Crusher may be a future.
That they were fake, and I stayed true to my beliefs, and I was proud of that. I was so proud of that.
I mean, it's hard to tell. I mean, like this is number 19, so we still have a whole wave in between.
Sorry, am I being too loud? By the way, am I good?
I think you're good.
Zothabot Customs, am I being too loud?
No, you're fine. I'm just probably the quietest one here since I'm using my headphone, my regular.
No, I'm
earbuds.
Talking and it's like
you're good.
You're good. Okay.
All right.
Well,
the only time it got loud was when you were totally justified when you were yelling at me.
Right.
Sorry. I'm a passionate Transformers addict. What can I say? What I was saying was though, it was hard to tell about those leaks though because the way that they had it dated, it was like what April 1st.
Yeah, it was like
27 or not twice. Yeah, it was 2017. It was this.
Mm-hmm.
It was that year around HasCon, and everyone's thinking, "Oh, these are fake because these are canceled or whatever." And then it just came out.
Yeah, I mean, and technically they were right because for those, I remember it said April for Wave 1, and Wave 1 came out in April.
Mm-hmm. Granted, it was
a year later, but yeah.
Yeah. But I will say,
we kind of saw that coming.
Maybe it was like a reveal plan. Like, I don't think anyone ever thought it. Maybe it was like a reveal plan because it's like.
Yeah, I'm thinking like either that could be the case of just like revealing, or it was
like
they planned it to be 2017, but then something happened, they changed it to 2018.
Yeah,
I think the poor box office from TLK is what really impacted the release of the Studio Series.
I would totally agree with you with that. Like,
I think that because
and that is all we will mention about TLK. Moving.
Thank you. Okay, good point.
Because of that
good smart.
stink, they were like, "All right, we'll just hold off until Bumblebee movie comes out."
All right, perfect, great. That's a good point. Anyone else have any comments on this specific San Diego Comic-Con exclusive?
I like the old like cassette player look to the box.
I like the box. SDCC is pretty good about their boxes, but
I
like that art too. Like that's some pretty good line art.
Like I'll say that the car mode looks cool. The figure doesn't look bad, but honestly, it's another Bumblebee. And this Bumblebee was notorious for having quality control issues. We have no idea about whether or not the quality control is fixed on this guy. So you're taking quite a gamble for what is otherwise a risky figure.
Yeah, for sure. Like people are getting these for the Dino cassettes specifically because I've seen like if you go to the forums, like people,
everyone was
like,
flipping out about the cassettes.
Exactly. Yeah, it's because that is a very rare mold.
I think that they just threw in the Bumblebee is more like just like a.
I think they had to make Bumblebee
because they're like, all right, we need to justify releasing these 2 mini cassettes for a super high price. Oh, let's throw in that toy that no one liked.
I personally think
we made so many of them.
I personally think that they were trying to get the most use out of this mold, and that's why this is now a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I will say this: if you want it, go for it. I mean, no one is really obligated to buy SDCC exclusives, and maybe you can find a way to repurpose it. Like I said, if I get it, that's my movie Goldbug.
And at least they tried. They could have just released the same Bumblebee in like a slightly metallic color scheme. And we're knocking this thing when in reality they did go the extra mile to repaint it and give it a different color scheme, a different flavor.
I mean they could have literally just done like a few accents and on the same figure be like, hey, this is an SDC exclusive for $60. Here you go. But they didn't, and I appreciate Hasbro for that. That's awesome. But what I'm going to say is one more thing about Bumblebee as opposed to Studio Series. I think it's more of an issue of, like, your mileage may vary on each copy. I've had people say that, like, oh, the feet are garbage, the back is garbage, like, he can't stay together. Like, Bolt Matrix's review, nothing against him, and I'm not calling him out or anything. I've seen his review. Funny as hell, but that was a really poor copy. Mine, literally, the only thing that was wrong with it was the back. Put some floor polish on those hinge joints, you're good. You're golden.
Yeah, I will say, yeah, same here. Like, the back was also very loose, and after some port polish, and then I double coated with them nail polish, and it's great now.
Yeah.
I have, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have 3 of them. I have 3 Studio Series Bumblebees.
Well, yeah, I know
One
why. 'Cause
was-
you're a custom, I mean, it's in your name. TF Customs.
Yeah. No, I do customs, but like the second one that I got, ha ha ha, right? The second one that I got had horrible quality control issues. I went to go transform it, and I think it's the tabs that the feet, like the back of the feet or something, tab into his leg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're talking about the tabs on his roof?
Yeah, no, I'm something like that. I don't know. His feet tab into his leg, and then the roof tabs into the feet.
Yeah, I've heard issues with that.
Something like that.
Like
both sides for the feet tabs snapped in half.
Clean.
Oh, you're talking for robot mode.
Clean. No, for car mode. Clean cut. Such a
Damn.
clean cut.
Holy shit.
Right, and
Oh, terrible.
and usually I'll call Hasbro, they'll help me out. They'll send me another figure, right? I emailed them because I was like, I don't have time to call you guys. So I emailed them. A week later,
Wow.
they sent me another figure. I was like, that took way too long because
The
usually
fact that
it's
they
like
sent you a figure like that, because I called them. I remember having an issue when
they've never sent you a figure before?
No. They sent me a figure. The issue was I'm not going to go too into detail with this, but I had someone special in my life send me a Christmas gift. It was 4 figures, Titans Return. It was Overlord, Windblade, Twin Twist, and Misfire. And the one that I got from the special person was Twin Twist, and he was missing his...
Hello.
What happened?
You
What
there?
happened? What happened? Everyone just cut out.
Yeah, same for me. I was like,
No, he stopped talking.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still there or not.
Does he know that we can't hear him?
Oh, hey, he say something. TFA.
Do you have customs?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
You cut out for a bit.
You cut out for a minute.
Oh, no, you
Everybody
cut out for a minute.
I guess. It was
Wait,
it was
me?
just like
Yeah, we all cut out.
everybody. That was really weird.
That was weird.
Yeah, weird.
Great.
gonna
Thanks,
check
Google. You were
Hey.
saying
Okay, cool.
You were in the
You're
middle
the
of a
a
story.
massive tangent, and it just kind of
Yeah, where did I leave off?
we don't know.
No, no. Perfect.
I
All
don't
right.
know.
I mean,
I guess where
You
I
were
was
talking
saying
about how
was,
Hasbro was trying to. You got in
the
contact
whole
with
thing
Hasbro
with him, how
for
he was
Twin
able to get a
Twist.
figure from Hasbro like that. I said I had the issue with Twin Twist. He was missing his back section and everything, and I called Hasbro, and they sent me a figure, but it wasn't Twin Twist. It was Trigger Happy because they didn't have any in the warehouse.
That's funny. It would have been funnier if it was Misfire that was damaged because you can make the pun thing. I guess Misfire was a misfire.
Didn't.
I'll leave now.
Not. You could stay for that. You redeemed yourself as opposed to earlier
It's like-
before the stream. We have fun here.
all right.
Yeah, I just
So,
wanted to share that.
alrighty. So just to move on, I guess we're gonna move on to the next. Huh?
Yeah. Are you still screen sharing? Or
No. I stopped because I didn't. I thought we called cut
I
out.
wanted to make sure because I'm looking at the stream as well, and it's like. Okay.
Yeah, I thought my first thought was, oh snap, I lost connection. So I stopped everything.
If that happened again.
I know, I would be upset. So okay, so I'm going to just move on to our next Sanyo
Yeah,
exclusive.
this is a big deal, honestly.
Yeah, let me just
This
get
is
the
kind of a
image
big
up.
deal.
Oh, we talk. Never mind. I'm not gonna make a joke. I
For
was
those of
gonna
you
make
who
a
happen to enjoy Power of the Primes to its, to it the best of its ability, if you actually do like it, if you don't like it, that's fine. You'll know that our fan voted, Prime is now Optimus Primal, or technically Optimal Optimus. So what does this mean for SDCC? We get a brand new exclusive. Allow me to introduce the Throne of the Primes with an Optimus Primal colored Optimal Optimus, with the Scepter of the Primes, I think it's Halo of the Primes and then the Throne of the Primes.
Hooray!
No. Halo of Primus. I think it's Halo of Primus. And honestly, yeah, I want this, but also that's not L. If you want Amalgamus, Nexus Prime, the 13th Prime, aka the Arisen, and Prima, the last 4 Prime Masters, you have to get this exclusive.
Yep.
And honestly, Hasbro, I hate you for that, but I also love you because that's actually really clever. Like it's kind of a punch in the dick, but
so let me get this straight. Is this supposed to be Optimus Primal or Optimal? Is this Beast Wars or Beast Machines? I'm really confused.
It's supposed to be Primal Prime.
Yes.
My thought was just an Optimus. I mean, sorry. My thought was that it was Optimus Primal that turns into a bigger Optimus Prime.
I honestly, as opposed to like, and this is kind of like a Beast Wars G1er sort of saying thing here. I like the whole orange with blue and the dark gray on the original, but this looks so much better.
Yeah, I was gonna say honestly, I don't really care about the other one, but this one's great.
Like, please, if they ever go back into Beast Wars, like if we get a second renaissance of Beast Wars, and I mean like cartoons, comics, and toys, not just toys and comic appearances. If we actually get a Beast Wars cartoon second generation, please have this be Optimal Optimus's color scheme, because I would love that. This looks so beautiful.
I'm just gonna get my opinions out of the way. I'm gonna get my opinion out of the way real quick here. I'm very much in the camp of thought of truck, not monkey.
God damn it.
I'm not a fan of this, but then again, I'm not a fan of any like Beast Wars, Beast Machines. I'm even not really a big fan of like Dinobots and Predacons or anything. So this is an easy pass for me. It doesn't look bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not for me.
And sometimes that's the case with most collectors. I mean, if you're a completist or you try to be a completist, like me, a lot of people will jump on this. Like me personally, I love the Prime Masters. I think they're one of the most fun, integrative Transformers mini-scale figures we've gotten through any of the toy lines. I love the Headmasters. I love the Prime Masters, but the Prime Masters are so much more fun because you have the Pretender Shell that also turns into a melee weapon / target master, and the little guys, the little Pretenders can actually take the weapon off their back, and they can hold it in their Pretender armor. And then you also get one of the 13 Primes. How often do you get a toy of the 13 Primes?
Not that often. I mean,
like if we're being real, we could have gotten full-fledged like scaled versions of the 13 Primes, like from the Black Shadow / Overlord mold, because there were concepts for Prima and Megatronus, but they never came to be.
You mentioned that this was the fan voted figure. What were the other options again?
Oh, there was like 10 other options.
I actually, that's the sad thing. I remember all of them.
All right, fire away.
Enlighten us.
Well, first off, Cyborg, if you would like to go to the throne. First off, I'd like to point out that one reason I mainly want this figure, not only for that Optimus Primal.
Oh, shit.
The throne homages the other, 10 candidates from the fan polls.
Oh, wow, they do. That's awesome.
Yeah, you see,
oh, my God. I never realized that.
You see
is that what those pictures on there are?
Yeah. Except for the circular bit.
Oh, I was gonna say I never even realized that.
All throughout the throne, you see pictures of the headshots of the fan poll candidates, and the fan poll candidates were Megatron, Ultra Magnus, Shockwave, RC, Hound, Deathsaurus. I almost said Ultra Magnus twice. Thunderwing, Starsaber, and obviously Optimus Primal, but I feel like I'm missing one. I think that was it.
I totally wouldn't have voted for this.
I wouldn't know. So you just say yes, so then you feel like
comment section, please be respectful. Let me know if I missed one because I'm unsure, but I do know I got a large majority of them.
While we're shooting out
I would have wanted like Shockwave.
Yeah, it's a good point. Who do you guys vote for?
Starsaber. I was gonna go. I don't know.
To be honest,
sorry, go on.
No, you go first.
I voted for. Well, during the voting period, he was just called mysterious enemy.
And then I think like who was it? Was it me or was it you? Or
I think I don't remember. I mean I think it was just obvious through the silhouette. I think we all just knew, but it was Deathsaurus. And one I do like we were mentioning before the stream started. I'm a fan of kaiju stuff, and Deathsaurus turns into a kaiju. Also, I think of all the figures we got, I think it'd be just crazy to just have Deathsaurus be a figure.
I think it would have made a lot of sense because Combiner Wars back in 2015, they released Lio Kaiser. Or not 2015, late 2016 or early 2016.
Yeah, oh yeah, which became Deathsaurus or Dezaurus.
Yeah, don't even get me started.
But I mean I just wanted him to win so we can get a figure of him. I didn't think I'd be kind of weird to call him, oh, he's the next Prime, Deathsaurus.
Yeah, that would be really uncomfortable kind of to say.
But yeah, but I just wanted a figure of Deathsaurus because I knew that whoever would win would get a new figure. But you know, obviously I didn't win.
I gotta
be honest.
When I chose the
TF Customs, what were you gonna say?
Well, based on the group that I'm in and everybody that I talk to usually, Star Saber is one of like the most wanted Transformer. Well, I guess not because it didn't win, but defeats what I was saying. But like last time we got a Star Saber was MP,
and that thing is gorgeous.
MP.
My buddy BC actually.
It is great.
Oh
it
my God.
Looks amazing. And I remember when that first came out, I was like, I wanted to get it so bad.
Can you believe that thing used to be worth $210?
Is it more or less now?
That Star Saber used to be $210.
It's probably more now.
I know.
It's probably way more now.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'll save mine for last because I have a few candidates I selected because there was more than one vote. But still, finish what you're saying first. Are you done?
Honestly, so Star Saber, it would have been nice to get a new figure, but that's all right. Just some other time maybe. But
so
honestly, all of them would have been great. But you can only have one.
That's it. I'll get mean.
Yeah.
You said all, and I'm thinking, no, not sure about that.
I'm a sucker for Ultra Magnus, so I would have loved to have seen Ultra Magnus. I definitely agree that Star Saber was a character who definitely should have gotten one.
Star Saber was a dick in IDW.
I would have loved to have seen Megatron, but not just any Megatron. I would have loved to have seen the Autobot Megatron.
Oh yeah, which they totally would have done that too. If this is about the Primes. For sure, he would have been the other one.
I mean, if we're being real here, the Power of the Primes Machinima cartoon kind of did that. Kind of.
But that was a cartoon. It wasn't a toy form figure.
No, I know, but I'm just saying it took that kind of...
I would have gone with an Autobot Megatron.
Do you think that if that won, do you think we would have gotten an IDW specifically, like... Because that's what the whole thing was. Megatron being an Autobot was IDW specifically. And, like, do you think they would have got the Alex Mine, like, rendition of Megatron? I don't know if you guys...
you mean like the whole Mastermind creation looking third-party style?
I would not remember. I don't know.
I just think that they would have done the most recognizable Megatron as an Autobot. And quite frankly, that would be the most fun to have seen. I think that it would have made the most sense because he was an Autobot. He was basically fighting on the side of good. It kind of would fit that whole Prime shtick a little bit, at least in my mind. I definitely think that he would have been the most ideal fit for this poll, but clearly I was wrong.
Yeah, obviously a lot of old Beast because as of now, like Beast War fans are older and
they're rejoicing.
Yeah, they can totally.
I mean, technically, again, this is kind of what I was talking about with the whole second generation of Beast Wars. Because look at all the Beast Wars masterpieces we got.
Yeah, I mean, and hell, the last night had concepts of Optimus Prime. Instead of turning to Nemesis Prime, it would have turned to Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. That honestly kind of would have been pretty freaking cool.
That sounded dumb to me. But then again, TLK.
Once again, like if Transformers 6 ever happened, the fact that Onyx Prime was supposed to be in the movie probably would have been a thing that could have happened.
And Alpha Trion, right?
And Alpha Trion, yeah. Alpha Trion and Onyx Prime were going to be in 6.
Yeah. Then what the hell would the difference be between Sentinel and Alpha Trion? Alpha Trion had basically the same role in Optimus is like a sentinel.
Well, that's the thing. Transformers 5 was all about rewriting the plot, so it wouldn't have. No one. They would have just ignored everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. That
I mean,
totally
for sure,
would have been successful.
because Transformers 6, because I believe Transformers 6 by this point it would come out next year and it would be following on the whole hey, the whole Toyline we just did about Power of the Primes. Let's put in a lot of primes in our movie, kind of like they've been doing the past movies, Infernicus being Combiner Wars. Also, that app they did, the whole the history of the Transformers. They mentioned that in some portion of that app, they mentioned that the Titans left Cybertron to go somewhere mysteriously, probably Earth. And so that was also probably something they were going to play into the movies. But obviously, since 5 failed, it didn't happen. We're not talking about 5.
No, we're letting that completely rest. We talked about it in almost every fucking stream we do.
Even I did it.
It's your fault. No one else.
I know it's my fault. I know it's my fault. I just like talking about what could have happened. Anyway, fun fact: the Arisen character toy is based off Marvel's Prima.
Wait, what?
The color scheme for the Arisen is based off the color scheme of Marvel Comics' take on the first Transformer Prima.
Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, I can see it.
If you Google Prima or TFTC Prima and look at the Marvel Comics, it's the exact same color scheme. Sorry.
The one that what wasn't that the one whenever he had it was the blue and yellow Autobot and he had his chest open and the green glow?
Yeah, in the green matrix of creation.
Yeah, I thought so. That's pretty cool.
Anyway, we're off we should so TFA, what was your vote, and then we'll move on to the next topic.
Okay, I'm gonna try and spitball through these real quick because there were quite a few. But after knowing some of the events in the comics, it's some of them kind of changed. Similar to what Stealthabot said, Ultra Magnus. Personally, in Transformers Prime, he was an okay leader. He was kind of a dickhead, but you're a military-born soldier. You're going to be that cold kind of asshole. Strict by rules and such, enforcer of the Tyrest Accord. I would have loved to see a leader-class Ultra Magnus from Power of the Primes. I still think it's possible to heavily remold the Optimus mold, because that's what it is.
That's probably what they would have done.
Yeah. Again, I really hope white Orion packs. No, just no, please. Put an Optimus head on the body, then that's fine, but not a white Orion packs. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Starsaber, just like TF Custom said, because first off, Starsaber is one of the most obscure leaders of the Japanese Transformers continuity, because you have Jinrai, who is not Optimus Prime but is Optimus Prime. You have Diatlas. That's who the other one was, I think. Was it Diatlas on the kit?
Wait, was he? No, I don't think so. I don't think that.
Was he though? I want to say so. I do want to say.
Okay, you just continue what you're talking about. I'm gonna Google.
Yeah, Guru at work. I think Diatlas, but you get the idea. Hound and RC, I can't see them being primes. I just can't. I don't think that works, period. It just doesn't. Shockwave, I immediately after the comics, no, you don't need to be a prime. Thunderwing, I feel like if he was a prime, first thing he'd do, destroy the Matrix, because that's what he was obsessed with. He just wants it destroyed. He'd probably use it to bring forth an apocalypse. I'm trying to think of who else there was. Megatron, he would have been pretty good as a prime. He did a really well leadership role in the Machinima Power of the Primes cartoon. To imagine him being a prime, yeah, that would have been pretty freaking cool to see. And again, the whole Autobot Megatron thing from IDW. Perfect.
Just let you know, you were correct with everything else. There's no missing characters.
Oh shit! I got all of them.
Yep.
Holy crap. Well, anyway.
Not surprised.
Yeah, I didn't vote for Optimus Primal. I love Beast Wars. That was around the time I was born, 1995, 1996. So I didn't know about it. I mean, I grew up with Armada. Armada was my G1.
Yuck.
What you say?
Nothing.
Don't you diss my Armada.
Keep going.
But yeah, I think the main candidates that I voted for were the ones that I thought were the most practical. Starsaber, Ultra Magnus, Megatron, and Was it Optimus Primal that I voted for? No, I think it was Hound. Maybe it was.
Why would you vote
I
Hound? You just said why Hound was a bad choice.
Or no, maybe it wasn't Hound. I can't remember. I know I only voted... It was either 2 or 3, but I know one of them was Megatron, and I know one of them was Starsaber. And I think also one of them was Deathsaurus, because I wanted him to be standing next to Lio Kaiser. Because ever since I got that thing, thank you, by the way, Night Gamer, fucking love that Lio Kaiser. Such a good combiner.
All right. Well, so everyone that we voted for didn't win. Congratulations, Primal.
Unfortunately, but I will admit, it's cool to see Optimus Primal.
I mean, not to lie, this figure's pretty awesome. Like the Scepter's really awesome add-on. Like the crown's cool too. Like it's as a figure, it doesn't look bad. I mean, it transforms.
It's better than the Bumblebee.
I personally
That's good.
don't
Fair point.
understand, though, like why they couldn't incorporate the whole like truck mode into it, because like all you need are those wheels on the ankle struts, and it's like you could have given him a quadruple changer mode because he's supposed to be a robot, a monkey, a jet, and a truck, and it's like you could have done that, but you didn't. And it's I understand, but like DNA and I think Perfect Effect are going to be making add-on kits for this and the regular retail release.
And as a guy who definitely prefers truck over monkey, that's just all the more why I would never touch this thing.
Which is again, it's not for everyone, but for me,
there is no truck. There is only monkey.
I personally look forward to picking this up, and you can too, because, and I actually, it's funny, I didn't report this to Cybertron, I didn't report this to TFW, because it's like, I'm my own news source. You guys want to believe what I say, do it. I went on Hasbro Toy Shop one day looking for figures that I don't have, and I went to the latest relevance, and this was one of the things that popped up next to that SDCC Bumblebee. The price for this figure, and I was talking with Coolerite, Spooky D-Man, and MK Former, and everyone was thinking, oh, it's going to be $100 or like a little over $100. I guessed $70 for this, and I was right. This figure can be yours for $70 on August 13th. So if you have a Hasbro Toy Shop account, or if you just want to be a customer there, do whatever you got to do, feel free to pick him up, because you're not going to be able to get the last 4 Prime Masters without owning this figure. And personally, I'm going for it. I'm getting this guy. I'm looking forward to getting Predaking, hopefully by the end of this month. Then I'll have Onyx. Prime Masters will be done. I'll be happy. I have all 13 Primes, and that's all I ever wanted.
Alrighty. Anything else? Anyone else have any comments on Optimus Primal?
No, but I have a comment on your picture management, because Neos Prime even asked, "Could you lock the pictures, please?"
Can I what?
Could you lock the pictures, because you were like lock the view on the pictures, because you were like skipping through each.
Oh, I was just because you were talking about the vehicle, so I tried skipping all the way to the vehicle.
No, I meant like even while we were just genuinely discussing the candidates, we're kind of skipping through the photos.
Oh well, I'm sorry. I will try to slow down.
It's okay. You're doing a good job. Keep it up, Koabi.
All is not forgiven.
So yeah, anyone have any further thoughts on Optimus Primal?
Truck, not monkey.
Great. He looks cool.
Yeah, again, that color scheme. Oh, that looks so good.
Let's just move on.
That's great. All right, cool.
Yeah,
so
the
last San Diego Comic-Con exclusive is from the movie Toyline, Bumblebee Power Charge.
Oh
Bumblebee.
Oh,
no, I forgot about this one.
Is this an SDCC exclusive?
Yeah, this is San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
What?
I did not know that.
I believe so. I read it.
I don't think this is. I just think this
Is
is
it?
the first time you can get it.
I think.
San Diego.
Oh, sorry, you're right. So yeah, sorry. It's not exclusive. You can get it at San Diego Comic-Con, but it's not exclusive. Forgive me. It's not exclusive.
I was about to say, is this?
I guess,
that is
but
an SDCC exclusive.
I guess
Got me
at the
confused
time,
too.
Fake news.
at the time, it will be exclusive at Comic-Con only. Therefore, we'll call it San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, even though it's not.
Okay, all right. So it's a non-official San Diego Comic-Con.
It's not official. It's exclusive at the time of San Diego Comic-Con only.
So limited exclusive.
Limited release.
Okay, there we go. But yeah, I actually saw this, and again, I was talking with a bunch of buddies of mine. I'm actually, first off, this is for a gimmicky toy.
Yeah.
This looks good.
Can I ask as to what the hell the gimmick even is?
I think
it looks like he just has a spinning breastplate or something. I don't understand.
Obviously that's the power charge.
Is he about to launch like a Beyblade out of his chest?
That's a good point. Yeah, that's true.
Explain this.
Like, everything is like a transformer as a transformer should be, but yeah, there's, I guess, the chest spins.
It's like those weird spinning thingies from Battleship. That
Oh,
I know what you're
yeah.
talking about. Oh yeah, they're also used in Age of Extinction as like mini versions.
That's right.
Those weird things in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I honestly don't. I cannot tell you what. I guess the chest spins and maybe it glows.
I guess it's supposed to like replicate his spark, and like if you spin it, he gets courage to fight evil.
Yeah. Like, do you think that there'll be like in the movie there'll be like a part where his thingy glows and spins?
I don't. I mean, again, I'm just gonna say it, for a gimmicky toy, the robot mode looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I have a better gimmick though.
Going back to when you said that at one part, will it light up and spin? Does that does that happen when it gets turned on, or is that just like random?
Damn it.
Oh no, man. Those are questions that I don't think we want answered.
This is a kids show. What's wrong with you?
Here, I've been like, yeah, I guess this is an okay gimmick former, but I think it would have been funnier if we had a fall apart Bumblebee. Like you saw in the trailer how pieces of his car mode kept just. Oh wait, we got that with Studio Series. My bad.
Hey, wait a minute. What if that's a tease for like the future TOK release? What if
that
it's
would
made
be a
to
really
purposely
lame
fall
ass
apart?
tease. That would be a very, very bad tease.
Anyway, I wonder. So, do you think that with it? So, this figure reveals that at least for this toy specifically, he has a blade coming out of his hand. Do you think that's going to be in the movie?
Probably. Chekhov's gun in toy form.
It's not like every movie they always find like, oh, he has this weapon too. Oh, by the way, he has this weapon too.
Yeah, because Optimus, he never really in Age of Extinction, he never really had those like Assassin's Creed blades. So
yeah, and also obviously Bumblebee never brought his hammer out.
Yeah, it's a possibility that he could have a blade. I mean, apparently he also has like a rocket launcher.
You mean TLKB with the hammer?
Shut up! No. No TLK.
No. He just said Age of Extinction B with the hammer, and I thought you meant the TLK.
I meant last night. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, that was in the movie. I thought.
Well, no. Sorry. I mean, like, what I'm trying to say is like the last night Bumblebee had a hammer. When did he ever had that previously? Where was the hammer in the first movie? I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm sorry. I totally.
No, I'm sorry, Stealthbot. I told you to shut up. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. That was me.
You are not forgiven.
Anyway, so I guess he might have a blade coming out of his wrists.
That'd be cool. I mean, he technically does have like an Iron Man rocket launcher sort of thing in his wrist as well, according to Silver Optimus.
Silver Optimus, yeah. And then like I guess I also heard that in the trailer that they showed at that what was it? CinemaCon. He might also have his cannon, like his casual cannon.
If he does have like his. I used to call it a pulse cannon. I can't even call it Stinger Blaster. Fucking kill me.
Let's call it cannon. That sounds dumb.
Yeah.
But he's a Bumblebee. The Stinger thing makes sense.
Yeah, but like maybe if it was actually Stinger.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, does it shoot stingers? Okay, no, it's a pulse cannon. That's exactly what it is. It's a pulse cannon. Stupid. Anyway, moving on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wow. He has a mask. That's cool.
He has sounds and phrases. Wait, are we gonna hear his voice?
I think. Oh god, I'm guessing.
Is it gonna still be the temp audio that we got with TLKB? The temp audio from the audio engineer. Is he voicing B?
Oh
no!
Sting like a bee.
I am Bumblebee, your oldest friend.
I personally, a lot of people may be like controversial about this. I really want Mark Ryan to voice Bumblebee. I liked his voice in 2007 in the Revenge of the Fallen deleted clip that was never.
I totally agree.
Mark Ryan was a good Bumblebee.
No, I agree with that. He was supposed to voice. He voiced Ironhide in the movie game, and then they're like, "All right, you know what? You're a Bumblebee.
Yeah,
now.
and then he did a lot of Bumblebee voice work for the Reg Fallen game, so we had a taste of what he would sound like casually talking.
He sounded good.
Yeah,
he did.
I'll defend that.
He did, and then he also did like a bunch of voice work for, he did Jetfire. Obviously, he did Lockdown, who he fucking spectacular. Then he did Lieutenant and Bulldog, and I think a few other voices.
Funny that so he's been in like almost every sequel, but yet not as Bumblebee, where we want what he was.
Yeah, and that's honestly that bugged me. Like, I think Mark Ryan, he needs to come back as Bumblebee. Like, if he doesn't speak...
With the future of this franchise, like, for this, if Bumblebee talks, I still believe it's going to be it's going to be, like, someone different, and it's going to be a younger take.
Sting like a bee.
That's hopefully not that.
Or Will Friedle. I love Will Friedle, but no.
No, I don't see Will. Please don't have Will Friedle. Like, do we know who's...
We'll get the other brother from Boy Meets World. The other one.
Do you know who's voicing him in this Cyberverse?
Oh no,
I don't think any of us do.
I was totally kidding.
Okay, no, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I know that. I'm curious if we so we don't know who's voicing him in the.
No, but
Cyberverse?
We will know at SDCC because there's going to be a trailer.
Yeah, well,
for Cyberverse, oh Lord help us.
Hey, dude, have you seen the cat? Oh, that was something else we need to talk about. We'll talk about that before the beta.
Oh, you're right.
Because there has been a lot of new stuff for Cyberverse, and I'm actually excited.
Damn,
are we gonna talk about the toys or just the character profiles?
No, fuck the toys.
Okay. We've already talked about the toys.
We talked about them off topic, but like honestly, I'm just gonna say this right now. You guys want your opinion on the Cyberverse toys? You want your mind made up on buying these fucking things? Go watch.
They suck. Don't buy them.
Go watch
just
Vince
don't.
Collectibles' like latest reviews of these guys. He did Optimus, Starscream, and Bumblebee. Starscream is utter garbage. Optimus is okay, and Bumblebee is...
No, Optimus is not okay. Vehicle mode is barely passable.
Bumblebee is obviously okay, though, because he's
the only thing that passes as, all right, it's Shockwave again. We keep talking about how...
I don't even say all right. I'd say good.
He just flips over.
He has a spider tank!
He's crabbing it.
He's crabbing it. Hashtag.
He's a cash crab.
Hashtag crabbing it.
Hashtag console crabs.
Hashtag it's dead.
He's a piece of crab.
I still want that Shockwave. He looks best out of all 4 of those Warrior class figures.
But that's not really saying much.
I know. I feel like that toy line's gonna flump.
I hope it does.
I guess this is any other comments on the Bumblebee figure?
That Volkswagen mode. Holy shit.
It's okay.
If I were to buy this toy, that's probably the only thing I would ever do with it.
Is it
put it in
wrong
that mode.
that I want to buy this?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like,
no.
Yeah, kinda.
Hopefully, if it's
if
it's not like 10 inches or
I think it's an ultimate size Bumblebee, just like all the other overpriced, oversized Bumblebees that nobody ever asked.
Is there a price for this?
There should be.
Let me check.
I thought it was roughly leader class price.
If it's leader class price, then don't do that.
No, I wouldn't. No. Or if it's the price of... Oh, you can go to the Nerdist. It's right there. It'll take you directly to it.
So cool, Nerdist.
But,
I don't think it will tell you the price if you go to Nerdist, though.
I personally hope, though, that, that thing is not the size of, that one Robots in Disguise Bumblebee that never sold.
I'll say this about the figure. I love the Battle Mask gimmick. I'm really glad that comes back. I just hope that gimmick comes to the deluxe scale toys too. Like, if this is the only figure that has the Battle Mask, I'll be disappointed.
No price. Just it comes with 17 steps.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna take a rough estimate. I'm gonna say $30.
I was gonna say $30 too.
I was gonna say like 45.
But yeah, oh man, 45. Like, that sucks.
This kind of reminds me. Honestly, this kind of reminds me of that leader class Dark of the Moon Bumblebee.
This is like an ultimate class. This isn't like a leader class. This is an ultimate class gimmick former.
Well, right now we don't know, to be honest. Like, we're just looking at it as a picture and trying to.
That's true. We have no size comparison of like any.
We'll get more details at SDCC. That's for sure.
Yeah. Let me get out of here. How do I get out? Okay, obviously. All right. Are we moving on to like the actual like the topic?
Yeah, let's do that.
I think we were gonna go on to Cyberverse.
Wait, I thought we were adding those to like just the other topics at the end.
Well, no, because we had like the character. I mean, do you want to do that? Because we can.
I mean, if you gotta decide now, I'm gonna stop streaming and find the page.
Move on to the next topic. I'll shoot a link.
Okay, cool. Well, then the next topic's gonna be the big topic, like the big one.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about the big.
The
one.
big boy.
Today's big announcement.
The big boys.
Yeah.
Well, big boy
for those
and
of
big
you
girl.
who follow me on Instagram or have an Instagram, you were probably spammed with all this information and crap. I'm just gonna say right now. First off, thank you for everyone who was liking it, replying, engaging in the comment section. Secondly, I am so fucking happy. We finally have the identity for the red 1971 Plymouth satellite. Oh my god.
After many months of fighting, they finally
it's over mine. I guessed it was Dead End. I guessed it was Wild Rider.
I guess it was Barricade once. Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong.
That was a dumb guess.
Everyone was starting to say Diablo. Everyone was just trying to figure out something. As obviously, like literally, the first thing I wake up in the morning, I see this, and I go straight to Michael on Facebook, be like, "When all your theories come crashing down." Like it's just it's fun. Like no one guessed these guys.
My heart stunk. Well, actually, that's not true. Laszlo Venn, granted, he kind of goes.
Did he say Shatter? Did he say Shatter and Dropkick?
He has said stuff before. He has said stuff before that, like, I talked to him about this personally. I messaged him about this after the B trailer when it first dropped, and he told me a little bit about the movie. And he's like, "There's a red and blue Decepticon."
Okay, yeah, we know that, but did he say Shatter or Dropkick? Because we all know it was going to be a blue and red guy.
He did say, he just said there was a red femme Decepticon and a blue mech Autobot. I mean Decepticon. Fuck.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, because I think we talked about in the previous streams, like we know for sure it was going to be there was a red Decepticon and a blue Decepticon. We were just saying, we were like, for sure the blue one's Barricade and the red one's a girl, or the red one's Barricade and the blue one's a girl.
Yeah,
that was all our talk about.
But I will say, I do apologize for doubting Laszlo Venn, because he's been pretty accurate with a large majority of stuff from the recent movies, like again TLK and now the Bumblebee movie, which is pretty cool. So thanks, Laszlo. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm glad. Like also, as we can see here, a lot of rumors through the forums was they were triple changers, and now we see that is also confirmed.
How is that confirmed?
I think it is strongly confirmed.
Because both these vehicles, as you can tell, there are a lot of plane parts. Like for instance, obviously here for Shatter, we have wings, we have exhaust from the jet, we also have the landing gear right here,
right there in the midriff.
Yep, and then also here for Dropkick, his chest is a cockpit for a vehicle for some, I believe, a helicopter. Because we have, I
want to say
because people were saying that this thing right here in the back, if it's folded down propellers. They're just hanging in the back there.
Okay, here's a small little theory, because we are going to talk about this for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What if Dropkick was the helicopter that Bumblebee was trying to stop?
I don't think so. I think that it was brownish green and gray, and it was also like kind of burning on fire.
And, the cockpit was totally different. Yeah,
I agree. As cool as an idea that would be, I think that was just a random helicopter. And also, once again, this guy may not be a helicopter. He could be some kind of weird like a vehicle similar to like the Last Night, a smaller version. Like it had like a very similar cockpit, like round and kind of like not much space. That vehicle that they were flying in that took them to England had a very similar cockpit, but that's obviously too big.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too.
I told you that.
I
told you that, Michael.
You did tell me that.
That was my other theory. I think that, honestly, this is because, like, you see the wings on Shatter and you see the cockpit on Dropkick. I think they combine into a plane.
Oh.
That's my opinion.
That's actually pretty interesting.
If that's the case, it's pretty cool. And also, like, a nice homage to Transformers Animated, because, what was it? Jetfire and Jetstorm did that. They transformed into one single jet as well as like a double lock combiner.
Yeah, it's kind of it's also kind of a nice little nod to those two little racist caricatures in Revenge of the Fallen who just so happen to be two halves of the same whole car. Remember the ice cream truck?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Skizz Mufflap.
Are you talking about
Skids 'em up.
Yeah.
Yes, that's who he's talking about. Yeah.
They were two halves
Oh.
of the same whole. It wouldn't be the first time we saw two different robots put together into the same vehicle form. I think it would be funny if they both had to share in air mode and they had two separate car modes because they can't stand each other.
If we're also going by that, and say G1 technically had them. There were two different names for the same looking guys. There was Hydra and Mega. I think it was Mega. Was it Mega? I can't remember. No, Hydra and Buster from Transformers Master Force, and which is technically Dreadwind, and Blackwing, both combined to form like one Mega Jet, though being two different characters and two different jet modes. I will say that will be very interesting to see in the movieverse, like to see these two combined into one singular vehicle.
How many people do you think during the forum right now have been like, oh, I watch these two form Starscream?
No. Okay.
I also told you. I also told TFA that.
I'm not.
I laughed.
TF Customs. Said, you did. And honestly, I'm just gonna no.
No, I agree.
No.
I agree. I don't think so.
I don't think so. But now that you mention,
it would be funny. It would be funny if that did happen.
That I stand by TF Customs on that.
That'd be.
I think it would be absolutely bonkers and hilarious, and I feel like it would be amazing to see. I don't think it will happen, but I think it would be really fun.
That would totally flip the fan base on their backs. They'd be like, no way.
All of the G1ers were so excited about that Starscream. It would be so funny if you brought their hopes and dreams crashing down.
Because then all the people would be like, oh, it's part of the movieverse. They would totally be like, why didn't he ever separate into the other movies?
Because they're not continuity.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So I mean, I agree. It's not going to happen.
I'm sorry, but to anyone like who thinks that they're going to merge to form Starscream, get the fuck out of here. No.
All right, TFA. At the same time, I'm kind of hoping that you have to eat those words.
Right.
That would be. But even I think even Hasbro would be like, let's not do that.
All the Hasbro toy engineers are just like heavy breathing, like
I'm supposed to make these two guys turn to a car and a plane, like,
and it has to be Starscream. They just start like,
what's
the term? What?
Just like having panic attacks.
Yeah, not the word I'm looking for. But
I'm sorry. I'm getting that out of my mind right now. There's no way. Starscream has his own individual robot mode as well as an F4 Phantom jet mode. There's no way these two will combine to form Starscream at all.
What a toy, though! If they got two toys that turn the cars,
okay, if it's a toy,
make the
then
jet,
yes.
There's also Starscream.
Toy.
I mean, it's not gonna happen. But that'd be very impressive if they were able to hit all those notches. But it's not gonna happen. Not gonna. Like I think that because aren't they saying that they're revealing Bumblebee figures like for the Studio Series?
Yes, John Warren officially said about a week ago on Hasbro's / Transformers Official's Instagram account that there will be Bumblebee at SDCC. Because again, Cyborg, we both knew this. They're going to be showing Bumblebee stuff at SDCC.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like, did they confirm that Bumblebee character? Like, are they confirming that these characters or Bumblebee characters are in the Studio Series line?
Well, consider that there's a guy by the name of Blue Light, and I think there was Red something. I can't remember. I'd say yeah. Those
I'm curious. These are obviously code names for these guys for sure now.
Yeah, that has to be the case.
But I'm curious if they reveal like, oh, here are the guys, like here are the characters we showed off last week. They are now going to be part of the Studio Series Wave 5 or whatever for the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
I feel like these toys are going to come out. I feel like the Bumblebee movie toys are still going to be the Studio Series, but they're going to be branched off as well because these aren't coming out until October.
Mm-hmm.
All right, as a random side note, I found the word that I was looking for: hyperventilating.
Ah, good.
I said that, didn't I?
I don't know if you did.
I wasn't paying attention. I'm still trying to look at that stupid thing.
Just the Hasbro toy engineers just hyperventilating while they panic about trying to make a Starscream that turns into two separate robot modes that turns into two separate cars.
No, but
that would be funny.
Again, I'm sorry. I personally just gotta say those two are not gonna form Starscream.
Yeah, you're right.
It would
you're
just
right. You're
be
right.
funny.
It would just. It
I
would
know
just
you're
be
right,
great.
but it would be
That would
funny.
be fucking weird. No, just no. Get out.
I'm sorry. I'm all for
Okay,
it.
so
I would do it.
continuing on. Let's just say which one of these twos are your favorites?
That's a very hard question.
Like I like of the two, I like Dropkick's designs more than I do Chatter.
Okay, this is another thing I pointed out on Instagram, but still, I'll let you say your thing first. Sorry.
I think it's hard to say. I really think that I have to side with Shatter on this one because, first of all, she's voiced by Angela Bassett, and she's a badass.
She is.
Not only that, but her design, she definitely is breaking the norm for a fembot design. We've never seen a female character designed like this, and it's really awesome to see. Like, Strong Arm was kind of breaking boundaries because of the fact that she was like this big muscle truck, police truck. Like, that never happened before. All of the fembots were relegated to really small cars or motorcycles. And it's really cool to see all of these new fembot characters really breaking the trend and just kind of doing things that have never been done in the Transformers lore before.
I will say, Shatter, despite I hate that name, it's too basic. I'm sorry.
They went with Dragonstorm. You gotta be kidding me.
I agree. I'm not a fan of the name Dragonstorm, so I'll jump on that.
Shatter is worlds better than
because I think about it,
Dragonstorm.
it's not just like two knights forming; it's like a bunch of knights, so it's like a storm. And they moving on.
Shut up! It's not. No, don't.
No TOK talk here. All right, we're done.
What I was saying, thank you, TF Customs. What I was saying was, they could have done something more with Shatter, but what I'm getting at is her robot mode, at least in the face, takes some aspects of G1 Nightbird, that one ninja robot, female assassin bot.
Yeah, it's very similar.
You see what I mean? Like, it has like the ninja mask sort of thing. I mean, does she even have a mouth?
I don't know. Like when I first saw her, she reminded me of Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
I can see that.
Like if you just like look at it, like don't like get real in the detail, it looks like a mask.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I think I see the mouth.
To me, she looks like a mix between Crosshairs and the Terminator.
All right, that's a very interesting. Yeah, comparison. I like that.
I mean, I like it too. Very weird.
I mean, am I wrong?
Again, still like it.
No. Like the helmet's very similar.
Mm-hmm.
The helmet's similar to
one thing I'm
going
gonna
to
be taken back by this whole freaking thing. I love that Dropkick's actually a thing. Like, Dropkick had a toy back in 2007 when he was just like this basic gray and purple Decepticon truck.
Based on a drone in the video game.
Yeah, and it's so cool now that he's like an actual movie character.
Yeah, I mean, I will say,
video game.
I will say for sure, like one, before you start saying anything, I don't think they're like, hey, you know that character, that toy, the drone thing from one of the old movies? Let's make a character. I for sure, when they designed this Decepticon Dropkick, they designed it with a bunch of other random designs, and they're like, hey, let's pick a name. Let's just go with Dropkick. Why? Why not? I don't think they're like, hey, let's pull out 2007's list of names. I think that it's just a coincidence.
No, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying it's a nice little homage, but it's also very nice to see Dropkick as like an actual in-movie character.
I'm just like stating the fact that the movies are notorious for just forgetting about the fact that they introduce characters in the video games. We saw Shockwave in the movie 1 video game. We saw Lockdown in the Dark of the Moon video game.
We saw
it's just really funny.
We saw Thundercracker in the PS...
The PSP, yeah, and a whole different... And another version of Shockwave in the PSP one.
And Hoist, and...
yeah, like, overall, I'm for sure, like, when they made Transformers 1, they weren't expecting a whole franchise coming out of it. Like, I mean, like, I bet they were they're expecting a sequel, something, like, they were not expecting, 10 years plus of these movies, for sure. So, obviously, they're like, let's just put all these random characters we'll for sure never, like, get to. Obviously, they didn't realize it, and now they're just like, oh, we can actually use these characters now.
I'm just saying it's a funny kind of
yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I agree. Like,
Yeah.
like whoever still thinks the comics are canon, don't.
I actually had a friend of mine, and I'm not trying to do any public humiliation thing here. Sorry if you're watching this, buddy. I remember we were just talking earlier today. He said he thought the Ghosts of Yesterday book was actually canon. I'm like, no.
No.
I felt bad, but because I used to be like that until you finally drilled it into my skull. It's like these are not canon.
No,
I'm gonna make a TLK joke,
No.
and y'all probably gonna yell at me, as you have the whole time whenever I bring back TLK into the discussion. But TLK kind of made the rest of the movies not canon. So
well, you know,
nothing is
okay,
canon.
you win. Congratulations, you're right.
And that is the last we ever speak about this on a stream.
Speaking of TLK, what are your
ever? It's dead. It's in its grave. Let it lie.
That's not the case.
TLK is dead. Bury it.
Anyway,
I've seen a lot of people in the forums. I see that they're kind of like a little upset. They're like, "Ugh, it's too Bayverse."
For God's sake!
Because Bumblebee
it's a
kind of
live action movie. What do you think's
okay,
gonna happen?
I'm just gonna set the record straight here. There is no such thing as the Nightverse. We don't know if he's gonna do any future films afterwards. Not to mention, this is a prequel. Like, how many years before 2007's movie that's still connecting to that story?
And again, like, calling it the Nightverse could potentially get it mixed up with the canon established by TLK.
Well, the TLK the TLK verse is now the verse we're going with, so you're just gonna have to stick with it.
It's the verse.
And secondly, there is no Nightverse. Stop calling it that.
Not yet. Not yet. It's unless this gets real crazy good for some reason and they really want to reboot it as this one, then we can call it that. But until then, this is just a prequel.
If you're holding on to hope and you want a Nightverse to happen, by all means, sure. I'm not going to stop you from that, but stop officially treating it like it is, because it's not. It's just a spin-off.
Just because you said that, I'm going to keep calling it the Nightverse every chance I can around you.
Well, then you're only going to piss me off.
Good.
But I will say, though, it's funny. I was actually talking to my mom about the new Decepticons for a little bit, and I said the name Shatter, and she made this look on her face like, why that name? I'm like, right? Like, call her Shadowburst or Shatterburst or, I don't know, Shatter Slash.
Or
I have no problems.
Deadpool 2 character.
I have no problem with the name Shatter. I think it's just fine. There's no need for Shatter Star or Shatter Penis. It's super fine where it is.
What?
The reason I say
what did you say?
There's no reason to go. There's no reason to go back to it. I think Shatter is just perfectly fine where it is. Same as Dropkick. I don't need any extravagant 3.
I'm not saying get it super fancy. I'm just saying it sounds going back to fucking Christ. It reminds me of a GoBot. It's like Squeaks. It's all over again.
Right. It just sounds loose-ended. It's incomplete.
It lacks something. It lacks that pizzazz of a Transformers name. Okay, yeah, there's Bumblebee, but at least he actually fits the role. How many characters in the Transformers franchise can you name that have that pop to their name? Ironhide, Ratchet, freaking Triptychon. They're pulling names
Jazz.
out of
Sky Gary.
Exactly, Sky Gary, Cutthroat, Cinder Twin, those guys. I want that kind of name. Shatter is cool, but it could be better. And again, I point out that she looks very assassin, female robot assassin ninja-esque.
Oh,
call her Shatter Slash.
Talking about what you just said, TFA. Look at her face. She kind of looks like Nightbird.
We mentioned that, yeah.
I mentioned that already, but yeah, you're right. And
I guess I wasn't listening then. I must have been in my own little world.
But that's why I'm saying
we tune him out in his own stream. That's just how you go. You just nod and smile.
You turn it, you tune in and out.
Dang, okay, all right.
I'm sorry, but I'm in the middle of customizing Studio Series Screamer here.
What the fuck, man?
Oh.
No, I'm just tuning out because you keep yelling at me.
Keep talking about TOK.
You got a good point there.
I hold nothing against him. So fun and good buddies, right? It's not like I'm holding a gun to your head. You're gonna be my friend. Anyway, I'm just saying, her name, it lacks something. It's like, and I said this in my Instagram post, it's like naming a Transformer Tackle. Like, that's it?
I like the name Tackle.
Hold up, I got a really funny. One of our audience members brought up something that's really funny.
What?
Dropkick looks like he has Oreobot's face.
Wait, who said this?
A little bit. Oreobot's face with a different helmet shape.
Who said this? My life.
And the more I look at it, it looks, yeah. Man, they really recycled that shit. Oof.
Wait, who said... My live chat isn't updating. Who said this?
Not in your live chat. Just another active viewer who wants to be anonymous.
You could just say you can just say you think it looks like the Oreo bot.
I mean, yeah.
Well, it wasn't my idea.
All right, fair.
Here. Okay, well, hello, person. Anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say what's going on there.
But I'm just saying, Shatter. First off, it's cool that like we got Queen Romanda. Is that her name? Please tell me I'm pronouncing that right. Queen Romanda. Ramonda.
I don't know.
Who played it's the woman who played the Queen in.
Yeah. What was it? Something about I said her name, which I already forgot already.
Angela.
Bassett.
Angela
Bassett.
Angela Bassett. Yeah. She played that role in Black Panther, and it's gonna be cool to hear her voice coming from Shatter. I'm just curious, like, because this is a small Transformers movie with a small cast, and Travis Knight even said it's like these two are gonna have personalities. Like you're gonna know these characters, how they act, and everything. I'm curious to know what they're all about. And
the usual Decepticon stuff.
Yeah, he also
we're gonna destroy the Earth.
These guys are
kill the humans.
Yeah. He also pointed out that these two are going to be trackers, which is interesting. And I also mentioned that, again, the whole triple changer thing, it makes sense because you have those jet turbines on Shatter's shoulders, and the jet turbine or the intakes on her knees, and then that I think wings on both sides. I don't know. One of them looks like a propeller. But like, what if these guys? I mean, what if they are, soldiers of Starscream? What if these are like his seekers, other than like Skywarp and Thundercracker?
If they exist.
Yeah.
Here's what I would rather see. In the DS games, there was a whole element in the Decepticon DS game about the fact that Starscream was kind of working on his own, and then there were the loyalists to Megatron. It would be kind of interesting to see Starscream working against Shatter and Dropkick. Like, they're one team of Decepticons, then there's Starscream, and then there's whoever the hell John Cena is working with. And they're all enemies to Bumblebee. It would be really cool to have that multifaceted villain element.
That would be pretty cool.
John Cena works with Sector 7 in the movie. He plays
Is it Sector 7?
It is Sector 7.
Honestly, I can't keep track of these fucking shady as hell military organizations.
It's interesting that you bring up like multiple enemies because if you guys have seen the recent Ant-Man and the Wasp, like that is exactly it. There are 4 factions against Ant-Man.
You think they're following that same kind of suit?
I don't think so.
I mean
if that's your idea, like it becomes true, and Starscream's actually against these guys too. I mean, I don't think that's the case. I think Hasbro wants to keep it very plain, like let's keep it just Autobots and Decepticons. But if that is the case, it'd be because like it worked with Ant-Man and the Wasp very well.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to work with Martin Short as Starscream if I were a Decepticon.
Okay, that thing I'm just gonna say right now. We're not saying this is official yet. I mean, yes, it does make sense because Starscream doesn't have a voice actor yet, as far as we know. But let's wait until an official word before we actually rule that out. The second thing I was going to mention was we talked about Angela Bassett. We never talked about Justin Theroux.
Yeah, Justin Theroux. He voices. Tell them who they voice.
He voices Lord Garmadon in the Lego Ninjago movie, and honestly, I didn't know who he was. I don't know these two. I never saw Black Panther. I personally, and I'm sorry if this sounds incredibly bad, I personally don't intend to see it because I'm not crazy about Black Panther.
How dare you?
But I did see the Lego Ninjago movie. I loved it. It was a blast. It was funny. It was entertaining. And I can see him kind of voicing Dropkick, but I don't know how. It's like, is he going to give him a standard thuggish voice? Is he going to be a bumbling idiot? We don't know. I feel like Shatter here is going to be...
for right now, just like stare at Dropkick and be like, well, Lloyd.
Yeah, I feel like Shatter, though, is going to be the brains of the two, because it looks like Dropkick is bringing the bronze.
I can see that, yeah. I think they would give her the more of the, like, the smarts role.
So I still think, though...
I'm going to be very disappointed. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I still personally think, though, if Thundercracker and Skywarp don't exist in this universe, I want to say these two are Starscream Seekers. And I think that would be really cool. Okay, TF Customs, you can say what you were going to say.
I said I'm going to be very disappointed if Dropkick does not dropkick somebody in some point of this movie.
Point.
Now, I might be disappointed if Shatter doesn't shatter anything, because then she's not living up to her name.
Right, yeah.
Bumblebee better turn to a bumblebee, or I'm going to be very upset.
Guess what? His mask does.
Okay, well, you know what?
Bumblebee better, like, literally shrink to the size of a bumblebee.
Yes, he all
and gets
I
squished
swear,
by
if
John
Star
Cena.
usually yell at the sun in this movie, I'm going to be very upset.
There was one more thing I wanted to discuss, but I couldn't remember what it was now. Something about the Bumblebee movie. Oh, yeah, Barricade. I still have hopes that Barricade is in this movie.
Honestly, I think Jess Harnell was, like, drunk or high, and he just
like I said before, I've as someone who's talked to him before, and then went to a panel, like he's like, hey man, you're really cool. Hey, you should go to my panel and bring some chicks with you. That's literally what he said to me. And like he didn't mean like bring some chicks with you, bring some chicks for me. I think Jess Hart, like I said
you're
before,
a nerd on the internet. That's literally the exact opposite of your primary skill set.
Exactly. Yeah. So he so I think when the kid who asked Jess Harnell, like, hey, are you voicing someone in the Bumblebee? Jess Harnell took that as someone's asking me a question about me voicing Barricade. Go. I think he did not even expect. He didn't realize what he was talking about. So I don't think Barricade's in this movie. The fact that the only way we think he's in it is because Jess Harnell said he is, but I don't think he really knew what he was talking about.
Or he could be in it for like a post-credit scene stinger.
Or,
pardon the pun,
we don't know he's in the movie yet until SDCC, because that's when we're getting those Bumblebee toy reveals, and the toys always reveal stuff.
You're right. Remember when Twinferno was in Transformers Robots in Disguise?
Shut up, Cyborg. I was right about the other stuff. I was right about those mini-cons. I was right about Soundwave. Give me credit where credit's due.
No.
But anyway, I would look
I'm
forward to seeing these guys, or this guy and girl, honestly. They look great. I would never have expected a design to be so intricate, yet so basic. It looks really cool.
Yeah, I remember I texted my friends this, and they're like, wow, it reminds me of the first movie, which is what I want to see.
Yeah. Also, completely off topic, apparently Dropkick transforms into an AMC Javelin, which, if you have not seen this car...
I think it's... I just saw it in the forums. This thing?
Yep.
Neato.
That is a beautiful thing.
Now, let's just
All
wait
cars.
and see how bad the toys are going to butcher them.
Right.
The movie toys messing up there. I don't think so. If anything, Hasbro has nailed, like, actual licensed vehicle Transformers out of the park each and every time. Even if they had to make
that's a good question. Do you so let's say these are triple changers. Do they make them triple changers and actually give them both vehicle modes, or do they just go for the car only? Kind of like Drift, he's a triple changer.
That'd be complicated.
I think they're gonna go with Drift, and I think they might do like an ultimate class. They should do an ultimate class thing where you can actually like have versions that are specifically designed to combine.
If they combine.
Oh God!
If they combine or whatever,
does that mean we're gonna have to see the return of Crash Combiners?
Crash Combiners.
Please
yes.
no. Please
yes.
no.
there can only be one Toyline. Nothing but Crash Combiners.
Also,
What if
looking at
that
Shatter
was
and seeing
revealed
those,
as
like,
the only Toyline? For
also
this
seeing
line?
those shoulders,
that'd be
like
horrible.
those jet turbines on
That
Shatter's
would be
shoulders,
so
I'm starting
funny.
to think. Maybe
That was
she-
actually like I mean I'd be kind of down to see these guys have to combine to make a jet. Like I'd be down for that, honestly.
Hold on, Cyborg, could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Pull up a picture of Bumblebee's Starscream real quick. I
Uh,
want to get a look at his face as opposed to Shatter's because I'm looking at them and they. I'm
all right,
picturing them.
then
They're
I'm
very
just
similar.
then all right.
Please
Everyone,
tell
watch
me
me
you're not
watch me
actually
Google.
thinking that their faces look the same, and
No,
that
I'm
the
just-
theory of them combining
I'm
is
looking
So
at those jet
okay, I'm just gonna
turbines
Google Transformers Bumblebee. Everyone, just bear with me. I'm googling. Actually, I have to go to Google because this computer uses Bing.
Well,
Screw
not
Bing.
on the same, like a side by side sort of thing. Like if you open up a new
Oh,
tab.
work. So much work.
Aren't you using Chrome though? Why wouldn't Google be the
I
preset
don't-
on Google Chrome?
I don't know. I don't use this computer. This is my roommate's.
Wait, what happened
That's
to
your
yours?
fault.
My laptops are all gross and dumb and shitty.
Oh.
Sorry. Bumblebee.
He goes on his laptop to see all of his search history
Search
blocked up
screen.
by searches about Bumblebee. What the fuck?
Image. Wow, there it is, everyone. Wow, he looks just like him. Oh my god.
Hey, it's a live
Hey.
thumbnail too.
Let me just I
You
guess
need like a
let's
good
give-
HD quality.
let me find one here.
Starscream's such a
yeah.
prick.
Nope. They're all just terrible, actually.
I don't know. The one
Oh.
where he's holding up his arm looks fine.
Okay. Oh, you're right.
All right. I need to see what the fuck.
Hold on. The news.
Oh wow, a black screen. That helped.
Image. I'm just trying to get a bigger image of this image.
This is entertainment,
News
people.
wheel.
This is what you signed up for.
Okay, I'll just
Clearly
open
it's
image,
not.
Open image, another tab. Great. Okay, it doesn't blow up or anything. Whatever.
I want to see
Whatever.
what Shatter looks
You
like
can
side
click
by
the
side.
dots in the corner and just zoom in on the browser.
You're right.
screen.
You're right.
Just
Yeah,
make sure
I know
you
I'm
like
right.
Thanks,
Make sure-
man.
There
Like-
you go.
properly proportioned whenever you go back. But let me see Shatter real quick.
Oh, that's not what we're talking about. There
That's
we go.
totally wrong.
I just.
Eh.
I don't do this stuff.
How about you hit the minimize button?
No, if you hit the minimize button, it would just shrink.
No, not the minimize. The
Son of a bitch. Oh,
the
you're right,
one
you're right,
next to the minimize. That
Oh.
one. There you go.
See,
Hey.
in Dropkick, I see Dropkick eyes and Starscream.
I see a very kind of skeletal kind of design, like in the face of
Okay.
Starscream and Shatter. Kind of.
Yeah, I see Shatter's eyes and Dropkick's face.
Where's that moment?
I'm not saying they're the same. I just those jet turbines on Shatter's shoulders kind of got me thinking a little bit. Because I'm looking at Starscream, it's that same white. You see what I mean? Obviously, it's a more vibrant red, though.
I just think they're just two
Guys,
Decepticons
we're
that hybridized.
Transformers fans. We're thinking too hard about something that's probably a lot dumber than it seems.
Hey, man, the speculation is all in the fun.
Well, all the speculation is way too smart for this franchise as far as we've seen.
No, but this franchise has caught on a lot of good stuff even before the movie came out.
Until
Like Beast
TFK.
Wars.
God, I set myself up for that one. Anyway, you can go ahead and exit out of that now. But yeah,
Okay.
but there you go. Shatter and Dropkick. Again, still not fun to Shatter, but I'll get used to it.
Better than Dragonstorm. I'll stand by my opinion on that.
Do you remember whenever we thought his name was Dragonstone?
Yeah. Or
Dragonstoner.
well, yeah, because like the first like image of the box art just had Gone Stow, so we're like Dragonstone, called it. Nah.
We were smart.
Remember? Like I'm not gonna go find it, but so Instagram did a thing where this guy was talking about War for Cybertron figures, and there's a word in the back saying like it ends with GE. I think I realized what that word is.
What do you think it is?
Mirage, like Impactor versus Mirage.
Yeah,
You think so?
probably.
The one that won.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. I'm still kind of thinking Siege though, but could be wrong. Because this is a War for Cybertron trilogy, so like, what if the first part is like Transformers Siege, War for Cybertron trilogy, and then it's like Rage?
Speaking of War for Cybertron.
Yeah, nice segue.
Segues.
Speaking of War for Cybertron,
Courtesy
as
of
a
Game
side note,
Informer,
why are
we
they
have our
taking?
first-
my favorite part.
We have our first official leak of the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy toys for 2019.
I'll just get this
The
out
price.
first.
First off, let me just announce the prices are the same. No price increases. Thank
No,
Christ.
actually, they are a price increase.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was gonna say like that was like the one thing I was gonna mention that they did increase the price.
No, because
Because
deluxes
no, yeah,
are.
because remember the Generations toys used to be $16.99, $25.99, and then
Yeah, let's see, like these like
What am I thinking of then?
deluxe. You're thinking of Studio Series, I
Yeah,
guess, because
the
they're
TLK figures and stuff.
That's
The
why.
movie
Yeah.
yeah.
figures.
So deluxes are now back to $20 pretty much, just like the movie
But I
figures.
mean, it wasn't a
and then-
problem before because Studio Series. So.
Well, yeah,
It's
just like
still
it's just
a
like
price
for
hike.
those, yeah, and for those who like collected only Generations figures, they're like, cool. I don't have to worry about paying more.
Well, then allow me to take away that news. I'm sorry, I have very bad news. There is price increases.
All right, yeah. So hey, we
But-
our first three dudes.
I guess I was going by Studio Series because I'm just so used to paying that now. But unfortunately, I mean, obviously, I just hope next year, please don't make them $25.99.
They're going to.
Like that scare that I accidentally gave you earlier.
Yeah, you scared the shit out of me with that fucking.
remember when in Revenge of the Fallen in 2009 where deluxes were like almost $12?
Oh my god,
Whenever
those were
in
the
2007
days.
they were
days.
10. That was a glorious time. Why can't we
Like
go
I
back?
remember Voyagers were $20. Now it's just that's what deluxes are. Man, what a time.
I was actually watching, and I wanted to shout this guy out personally because I've watched a few of his videos. There's a guy by the name of Transformers Slag Podcast, and I was watching his latest video. Are Transformers becoming too expensive? That's a topic for another time, though. But honestly, I'm starting to lean towards that because yeah, they are. Especially that Beast
It's not
Wars
going to
Megatron-
stop you nerds from buying them.
Especially that Beast Wars Megatron Masterpiece 300 and something.
Oh.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, is that the most expensive Masterpiece figure?
Yeah, now because
Yeah,
it was like Megatron was 300,
was like
and that was
$36. It was fucking
Yeah,
Well,
Megatron-
wait until the next MP comes out, the next MP Prime.
We're not here talking
Just
about
you
that.
wait.
So yeah, Game Informer has officially released their leak. I mean, technically Hasbro Pulse teased that Optimus not too long ago, literally a few days ago.
Mhm.
But these are officially part of the War for Cybertron toy line or the trilogy, and these guys are meant to be Cybertron-esque looking G1 characters with some war-torn deco, and I like it. The first thing I want to talk about though is Optimus, because first off, I looked at that thing, and that don't look like a Voyager to me. I thought that
agree,
was a
yeah.
leader class.
You thought it was leader class? I thought it was
Yes!
deluxe.
I thought.
No,
it
I
was
thought this
Leader
was
too,
Voyager.
But then I read it and I was like, hey.
I
that's
thought
pretty
that was a
neat.
leader class figure because I'm looking at the legs and it was very Power of the Primes-esque.
That's what I thought too.
But no,
I thought
this
this
is
was a
a Voyager
Voyager.
class Optimus Prime.
I thought it was my first thought was deluxe.
No, this is a Voyager class Optimus Prime for $29.99, and honestly, I'm not crazy about it, but it does look really good.
I have to completely and utterly disagree with you on that. I am
No
in
surprise
love
there.
with what they did with this Optimus.
I'm
All right, you
agreeing
can
with what
shut
you
the
said.
fuck
This is,
up.
like, my favorite so far.
All right, let me just say this for the record. This reminds me and when I say this, you might agree with me here, but this reminds me of Classics Optimus Prime, but updated even more. Like where the front wheels are placed, the fact that it has the extra roof piece in
That's
the
true.
alt
Oh,
mode.
yes, right.
Maybe
It
that's
very
what they
much
were going
reminds
for.
me of a Classics Optimus Prime sort of design, but more modernized than even that.
Maybe that's what they were going for.
Speaking of like roof pieces, like so the vehicle mode. If I'm guessing right, so these are Cybertronian modes.
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
like if someone showed this, be like, if I never heard about the War of Cybertron line, it's like, oh, here's a new Optimus Prime toy, and they said like, oh yeah, it's just a stylized version of his Earth vehicle mode. I would be like, okay. I
like
see it now that Cybertronian, and
Yeah.
it is kind of cool. Like it makes now like the goofy big lights on the top. You know, I can give it that because it's Alien technically now.
Mhm.
It's just like I guess I like it more because now it's a Cybertronian mode. If it was an Earth mode, I'd be like, silly looking. A lot of lights on this car.
Kind of disappointed, no trailer, but then again, this is Voyager class, so I'm not going to be
No Optimus Primes ever really come with trailers, except for the Power of the Primes one that just came out.
And that
That's just because it was built into him, though.
And the MechTech Voyager Optimus Prime.
That was a Takara variant. That was if you paid the extra money to shell that out from overseas. That wasn't like a retail Hasbro release.
I was a steal for me. I paid $50 for that.
Congratulations, we're not all TFA 1024.
No, you're not, because if you were, then...
I wish I was.
I don't, but, okay.
Oh, damn, okay. Well, I mean, that's a good thing, though. Because then you wouldn't be you. Anyway. But yeah. The Cybertron mode for Optimus, I like it. Nice little homage to the G1 flat-nosed truck, but, like, throwing these weird bits.
I think my guess is that, because, like, we will now know that, well... I don't think we're getting it, but so when we mentioned War for Cybertron back when they first announced it, people were asking like, so what are these Cybertronian modes? And just like, yeah, like if we get the Wheeljack one, you'll get them just like the box we looked like in the first episode of the G1 episode. So because like, so we didn't see many of their Cybertronian modes in G1, but I'm guessing if we did, this is what it would look like.
Yeah, because the only one we ever really saw was Jazz, Soundwave, and
B and
Wheeljack.
Wheeljack.
Yeah, B and Wheeljack. And Sound. I mean, I hope Soundwave didn't really just like the whole time I turned into a light post.
No, I was about to say that.
That would be boring.
This is my life now.
Well, hey, you're interested in that Shockwave that kind of just turns into like him on his hands and legs.
It's a spider tank.
I mean, at least the spider tank, at least it looks like it would move. Like if Soundwave, we're under attack, transform. Perfect. I'll turn it into a light post. I might
catch me.
If we do get Soundwave in this, like War for Cybertron trilogy, he comes with a Cybertron mode Laserbeak, because that actually was a pretty cool design.
That would look pretty cool.
Just Soundwave turning into the T pose.
Actually, I would love that. Actually, are you kidding me? If we can get a classic, if I get a Soundwave that turns into a light post, I'd actually be all down for that. I mean, give him an actual vehicle mode, but then also just third vehicle or third form light post.
Can I say something else about this Optimus while we're at it?
Yeah. I was gonna say you could do that whole light post thing with the Titans Return Soundwave.
Can I say something else about this Optimus figure?
Sure.
I really want them to make a repaint of this figure for Pyro.
The Optimus Prime fanboy. Yeah.
I mean, they've given us all these extremely obscure characters, and everyone wanted an IDW toy line for, like, literally just straight up comic adaptations for IDW.
And they kind of dipped into that.
Yeah, for a while they did. Like, that Generations line, like, where it started with, like...
2013 generation.
Like, you had Orion Pax and Megatron and a couple of other really good ones in that toy line, but I feel like they didn't...
Chromium
they just scratched the surface.
For those girls were good.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should have kept going with that, because there are some great designs.
But I kind of also like how the modern stuff from like Combiner Wars to now this it does follow suit with the comics, because they're incorporating these into the comics. Granted, the IDW comics are ending this year. We may not see these, but we might see these in the next installments of the Transformers comics.
I'll say this, though. I still stand by the fact that this could be made easily into an awesome Pyro, and we haven't had a decent version of that figure. Or, like, Dion, or Dion. I don't know how
it's Dion.
Dion?
Yeah.
Dion would be a cool one to get at retail. Pyro would be a good one to get at retail. I feel like there are so many obscured characters like them that I feel like we really need before they finish off.
I feel like Pyro got robbed, because I remember the Generation 2 Redux for BotCon 2010, the BotCon that I went to. He was just a straight repaint / slight remold of the Inferno, the Classics Inferno mold. And it's like, that's not... Pyro's supposed to look like Optimus. He's not supposed to look like Inferno. But then again, doesn't he transform to a fire truck?
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I guess
in that version of the timeline, he was basically the first Transformer to be given citizenship, and he was a firefighter for the London Brigade.
the fact that you know that's TF Addicts level knowledge. I didn't even know that. Jesus
I did
Christ.
my research before coming here because I knew that when we were looking at this Optimus, I wanted to talk about Pyro and why I love Pyro.
I'm glad you didn't forget, because honestly, I don't know much about Pyro. All I know is he's an Optimus fanboy, and I think he actually.
And
met
that's
him
why
once,
we
like,
should get him.
Yeah.
He's representative of our fan culture. It would be
Not
so
to
funny
mention,
to have that.
if we do get Pyro, and Thorn Productions has actually like brought this up. Sorry to everyone else I haven't acknowledged in the live chat. I'll do that towards the end. The whole Last Stand of the Wreckers cast, Rotor Storm, Physitron, those guys, those need to happen.
Physitron would be great.
Physitron's awesome. Sucks he died.
I mean, I my favorite's Guzzle, but I'm not asking for Guzzle. It doesn't matter.
That was a very weird sentence you just said.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of like, wait, what did I just say? Oh, anyway. Guzzle's weird, especially near the end of that line. That
Flack would have been cool.
Flack?
Oh, yeah, Flack.
Flack?
What the Flack?
All right, whoa, wait a minute. So you're complaining about a character named Shatter, but Flack is okay by you?
Because he actually transforms into something that would shoot like flak missiles.
But,
well, okay. If that's the case, we don't know anything about Shatter because we just saw
I am a
pictures.
very complicated individual. You don't know this.
clearly we do.
All right. Which of the next two should we talk about next? Sideswipe or?
Let's talk about the mini-con.
No. I've been waiting to get on that. I have a whole like praiseworthy sort of rant going. Sideswipe. I'm sorry, but Sideswipe.
All right.
Because first off, he looks pretty good.
This is
and
probably... Yeah, alright.
Actually, hold on. Before even Sideswipe, go to Optimus's artwork, because TF Fan Page 101 pointed out you actually see more characters we'll probably be getting.
Can you
you're going to have to zoom in a lot on this.
All right.
If you can.
X is out of the browser instead of zooming.
It's not. I'm zooming in, but it's just fixing itself.
Fuck.
Oh, it's trolling you.
You douche. Yeah, I can't.
Well, anyway, if you guys have your mobile devices, if you can, pull them up. But for those of you who can't see it, I'll just say right now, the guy right there that is on, has his cursor on, is either Ironhide or Ratchet. The one behind Optimus, like in his crotch area, I want to say that's Jazz, because it looks. Because if you look at this,
we just got a Jazz though.
What?
We just got a Jazz.
Yeah, but we haven't had a Jazz since, minus the Power of the Primes one, we haven't had one since Reveal the Shield.
But we just got a Jazz.
I'll say, like, we also, because of Generations lines, we also got that Warp of Cybertron, Fall of Cybertronian Jazz.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that one.
So I guess it would be kind of weird to have another Jazz. I mean, Optimus Prime makes sense because he's Optimus Prime.
And RID Jazz and Studio Series Jazz, but they technically
it's possible
don't count.
Either that's Ironhide or Ratchet on the one side. That's Jazz, because I looked at it and he looks very Jazz-esque. Then you see Wheeljack. Because I mean, obviously you see the wings kind of hanging off.
I can see that. I mean, the fact that they teased them already previously, I would not tease that.
And then there's one more.
I'm gonna call him Eric.
I have to pull.
Wow.
I have to pull it up myself, personally, because I can't even see it. The last one, if my phone will not be a dick, please.
Wow.
Nice to me. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Was I right? It was Eric?
Okay. What? No.
Oh.
Shut up.
So yeah, that's Ironhide. Jazz is in the middle because he has the blue chest. I'm looking at it right now.
But what if it's Blue Streak?
Blue Streak never had a blue chest. He had a black chest.
Oh.
Wheeljack, and then I want to say the next one is Hound, because it's either Hound or maybe Ratchet? I don't know who that is. He has like a hand that's a cannon. I want to say that's Hound, or not Hound. Maybe
it looks like he has like one of those shoulder missiles that like half the G1 cast has.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking it might be Hound. It looks like him because he has like the wheels on his shoulder. No, I'm just gonna say it. That's Hound. I'm gonna say that's Hound. But yeah, that's Wheeljack, Jazz, Ironhide, and possibly Hound. So we might see those later in the line as well, which is pretty cool. Also, this freaking art, man, they get better and better each year. I don't think I've ever seen anything that dynamic.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, Sideswipe.
Sideswipe. Bang. Boom.
Probably
Okay.
the best
Far right
generation
looks like
sideswipe we
Soundwave.
have ever gotten.
I personally still like the classic Sideswipe that we got back in like 2006. I think it was 2006. I don't know. No, 2009. But this is really freaking good. I mean,
Now, does the weapon he's holding can it peg into his shoulder?
you were thinking the same thing I was thinking. Yeah, I hope so.
It seems like it would. If not, that would be.
There's a lot of space on that shoulder where something could peg in there. So I think so.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, I hope so.
But the best thing about this Sideswipe, that vehicle mode. Oh, why does that look so good?
Pretty slick.
It looks nice.
I like the way this turns. Again, it still has that G1 like Lamborghini Countach mode, but then it looks very Cybertronian.
I wonder is that peg that I'm seeing on here on the hood? I'm guessing is that for like a target master to plug into?
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Yeah.
Is that
it's very visible in this picture here, and it's just like it kind of bothered me.
Why?
If I get this, and I'm definitely going to get it, I'm taking that peg off. It is so unneeded.
Is it a peg or a peg hole?
It's a peg.
A peg.
Oh, that's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
No, because here's the thing, and this is something I've wanted to see since Titan's return.
Mm-hmm.
Cyborg, that's your cue.
Oh, cues. Here we go. This guy. Good job, laptop. You're doing great. Thank you, man.
Target Masters are back, baby! I am super happy about this because I wanted Target Masters since Titan's Return, because whenever we got the Titan's Return figures that were based on like the 86 characters, late 87 characters, that had their heads named after their Target Masters, I was longing for them to actually, for those characters, for those figures to actually get their little Nebulon partners. And now we finally do, because the very one we're looking at belongs to Hot Rod, and his name technically is Fire Drive, but his original name is Firebolt. And I'm stupid happy about that. I don't know why. I love Target Masters. I love the idea of little Transformers turning into guns for the bigger ones. That's so cool. It's very obscure, but it's awesome. And that's where this is kind of going to be the placeholder of the Prime Masters, because these guys are going to be able to be share playability throughout the whole War for Cybertron Siege line. I'm going to say Siege line until we know for sure. That's why they're like those pegs and everything, because apparently there's an acronymed combat system for these guys, which is in the article. I think. Cyborg, would you mind pulling up the article?
It's in the article. It's like in all...
Am I pulling this article up or not?
No, it's the same article. It's just like the actual like dialogue description thing. It says...
I think it's in the one for Optimus Prime. Or, I mean, yeah, the, like, Optimus
Yeah, I
Prime.
think you're right. Yeah, it says it right there. Highly articulated 7-inch Voyager class War for Cybertron S11. Oh, they're doing like the numbers like Studio Series. That. Oh, god damn it. W50 dual mech energon strike shield weapon accessory. Multiple combat system weapon ports in bot mode and vehicle modes allow fans to attach weapons to figure and custom weapon configurations. So, what does combat stand for is the question. I mean, it's an acronym. You look at it right there. It says it's dotted out. So.
All right.
But, yeah. I just wanted to bring that up. We'll probably learn more about that during SDCC, because, again, this is what they're mainly going to be talking about, considering Power of the Primes is done this December. But I am ecstatic. So the price match for these guys are standard. Apparently, I guess it's only the Deluxes and the Voyagers that change price. But these guys are still $5.99, just like the Prime Masters. I'm assuming we're going to be getting all of them, so we might be getting Spoil Sport for a possible Autobot Target Master Sure Shot. Or, no, Spoil Sport was Cups, I think? I don't know. I know we're probably going to be getting... I mean, we're getting Firebolt for Hot Rod. I hope we get a Nightstick, possibly for Cyclonus, like for Combiner War Cyclonus, maybe. And obviously, like the other Decepticon target masters, like the one for Scourge. I can't remember his name. For Scourge, but you get the idea. And plus, they also give you blaster effects, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, so it's like you're not only buying this little dude for $5.99, you're buying little blaster effects too. Just something Transformers never really does.
Alright.
That's pretty cool.
Anyway, anyone else?
Yeah, final thoughts on these guys? I mean, sorry, it's kind of brief and quick, but this is all we got right now.
I'll say that I kind of hate, not like the toys themselves, but I'm kind of bothered by the fact that Hasbro just insists on reusing names from past franchises. Like War for Cybertron used to be the awesome video game made by High Moon Studios, and that should have had a toy line of its own, more so than what it was given.
Well, who's to say that this won't spawn a new video game?
It won't. Well, at least not in that universe.
No, not in that
universe.
Activision
like and Hasbro killed High Moon Studios' franchise, and they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But it bothers me that they're reusing the name War for Cybertron when that used to be a franchise, just like it bothered me when they reused Robots in Disguise, which was used for a toy line as well as the original 2000s animated cartoon before the Unicron trilogy. And then they're using the Cyberverse Scale Class name as a series name. It's just really cancerous and terrible, and they really should have reconsidered that whole thing.
Well, when you go from something to like Prime Wars trilogy to this, it's kind of like we got a nice little bit of originality. Maybe they try to make it work in their favor because this is going to be telling a different story on how the War for Cybertron came to be. It's not going to be. It's not going to be following the game suit to its entirety. It's going to tell the Generation 1 iteration of how the War for Cybertron was.
Then they could have called it like Origins, Generation 1 Origins, or like the OG or something.
Maybe Generation 3.
No, because G2 was a continuation.
3.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
G3 would be. It would have to be like G.5.
Yeah, I can see it. I don't know. I don't care.
I think that Origins would have been the best name.
Obscure, more obscure characters and concepts, and I'll be a happy addict.
Yeah, that does make me happy because that's probably gonna be my favorite Optimus Prime that I'll ever have so far.
I may wait until that thing hits clearance because I just got the Power of the Primes Optimus Prime at the beginning of this year. I don't.
Well, that was dumb.
And I personally, I want those Target Masters a lot more than I want anything else so far. I definitely think. I do hope we get a Sunstreaker from that Sideswipe though, because that would be fucking beautiful.
I definitely think we should get a second wave with Sunstreaker made from Sideswipe and Pyro made from Optimus or Magnus.
I think
or Nemesis Prime. Do it all over again. Why the fuck?
Hey, I was like, if Takara gets her hands on this, then Takara loves making a Nemesis Prime.
They're going to have a Nemesis Prime because every time there's an Optimus in the U.S., there's a Nemesis in Japan.
Right. Right.
Well, actually, no, we can't even say that anymore. Takara, we totally forgot. Takara and Hasbro are one now, so they're not going to be.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Oh shit. Fuck balls.
I made myself sad.
Well, good. Well, good. That's the end of that then. Because I remember the time like when they would like, oh, here's a. It's like
yeah, like everyone got so pissed off that Takara had their own thing, and then it's like, oh, I got to spend extra money on a more Generation 1 accurate painted version as opposed to a brand new molds and everything. Like anyone who bought the Unite Warriors Computron, man, you're better off getting the Hasbro one. You save yourself a lot of money.
A lot of people preferred the Takara one though.
I know.
Yeah, it's true. I'm just like,
I guess wrong against like preferences. I'm just saying it. That's probably
now you don't have to worry about that. Now it's all the same.
Yeah, because I think Takara kind of set themselves up with that because like they were doing brand new molds, and not many people can afford that kind of thing. When you think about it in like the larger scale, sales probably weren't doing that well. So,
All right.
But yeah, I'm excited. Target Masters are back, and apparently also Micromasters are, which was a concept in the, I want to say, early 90s? I think? Or was it 1988?
Cool. Would not know.
No, it's okay. I'm Googling it myself.
Anyone else on
Everything that has
War for
website.
Cybertron's first peek at it?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
all right. So
I look forward to seeing more at Comic-Con.
as you guys
yeah,
said, like they're gonna have that Bumblebee toy at San Diego Comic-Con as like a limited release.
Mhm.
Are these ones gonna be like that?
No,
I don't think so,
I think
no.
this is just a preview for next year of what's to come.
Darn. I mean, that would
Yeah,
be cool.
we'll see a lot more of this toy line this coming Thursday.
Damn it!
So are we not getting these until next year?
I was I was wrong. I said 1988. It was close. 1989 is when Micromasters came out.
Oh no,
Okay.
you're off by a whole year. Heaven forbid.
Hey, I pride myself on my Transformers knowledge.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
know
what
diddly
is-
squat about Pyro, you false fan.
When is this toy line coming out?
2019.
2019?
Next year. Yeah, because Power of the Primes is ending in December, and this is to kick off the new year.
What is Power of the Primes like? What's their last like? I guess it will take them like half a year to get a wave and a half out. So,
I swear to
guess-
fucking God. And I know they're probably going to go to the TLK every fucking time. Wave 4 is only going to have Firestar. I doubt we're getting any more Prime Masters. And if we do,
Yeah.
that would be great, because then I wouldn't have to buy $70 of Optimus Primal.
I don't know.
There's no Voyagers, there's no leaders, because I mean, unless they decide to surprise us and be like, hey, Evolution Leader Class Star Saber. Sure, why not? They could do it. Why couldn't they? I think that's honestly ending at Firestar. Like, she's the last deluxe. Like how they ended
I think so,
TOK
too.
with Cogman. The very rare Cogman that you were barely lucky to see in retail.
We never even
Yeah,
got Wave 3 up here.
Yeah, I saw Wave 3 retail once.
I barely got a hold of Crosshairs.
I saw Crosshairs once at my Toys R Us. Oh, my
I've seen Bumblebee, Crosshairs, and Strafe, but it was a store that it wasn't like a Walmart or Target, so the prices were higher than usual.
What was it, Myers?
Yeah, well, yeah, you call it Myers. For me,
Fry's?
it's Fry's. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Oh, yeah, that was
nah.
another figure I passed out on was Strafe. I didn't get him.
I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. Like the same, like literally it's the same figure from Age of Extinction. And I think Age of Extinction's colors are better anyway.
Yeah. It was just like a more vibrant blue. Can't talk. Anyway. Yeah.
Alright,
but
so,
moving on to the next thing, I did send you the link. and
Yes.
you might
Let me
not
just stop
s-
streaming so I can pull up my.
Well, not
Facebook.
stop streaming. Stop screen.
I'm sorry. Stop sharing. That's my B.
Because that's why I was kind of segueing into Micromasters.
Wait, is that what we're talking
Because,
about now?
Yeah, because Amazon apparently has some Micromaster listings for War for Cybertron.
Oh, I could literally.
Wait, are we
care
talking
less
about
this?
Wait, are we talking about Micromasters? Or are we talking about Cyberverse?
No, it's the same thing. It's the War for
Ah.
Cybertron toys listed on Amazon. They just have Micromaster names.
So we're not talking about Cyberverse. Oh, these things. I thought we were talking about Cyberverse, like the character thingamajigs.
No, I thought we were saying that towards the end.
Oh, okay, you're right. Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, but okay, I get you. Okay. I was
Yeah,
pulling
these
both those articles up.
Micromasters,
Just
like the Generation
Yeah.
1 Micromasters. I wonder how they're gonna do that though, because if it's like
Oh,
if Target Masters are the like the Prime Master scale, then what are these? Like Legends?
why not?
Like I'm curious about that now.
Oh, wrong thing. There you go.
Like, you guys see what I mean? Like, if the Target Masters are the Prime Master scale figures, are these guys gonna be Scout classes?
Well, I don't like what's like stuff like this, like Micromasters and Target Masters, like that stuff I just do not pay attention to. So like Micromasters are just what, small Transformers?
Micromasters are just smaller scaled Transformers, like basic stuff.
Then I mean, like I don't know. I like if they want to call their weight, like their Legends class Micromasters this line, by all means, go ahead.
I'd be fine with it too. It's just funny that it's like rescue action figure, battle action rescue, because these are all Micromaster names that were from the 1989 Micromaster line.
Huh.
So it's like, if it's an action figure, which characters from each team are going to be involved?
Oh.
Which is interesting. It's a very minor thing, but it's something I wanted to touch upon because, again, I love the obscurity of the after Generation 1.
Alrighty. Anyone else have anything on this?
A Power Ram figure, which I don't even know what that's about.
It's a go.
No, I have nothing else to add to this.
No, okay, I'm good then. So yeah, now we can get on to
the behemoth.
Cyberverse?
Yeah, Cyberverse. Okay. And then we'll
Transformers Behemoth.
Because we've almost been on stream for like, what, 2 hours now?
Yeah.
Almost.
Alright, so yeah, characters.
Yeah, we're not going to go through the bios or anything, though.
No. We'll just go through
the bios are very much a ripoff of Deadpool humor. And that's unfortunate.
They are. That's a very good point, actually.
The one I want to say the one for Bumblebee only is not the rest.
No, just Bumblebee's the one who's narrating all of them, and it's kind of like extremely meta.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay.
And not only that, but it's like some of the other characters are kind of taking inspiration from Marvel as well. Like Grimlock is taking a lot of inspiration from the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, I can see that.
There are others too, but I just don't remember which ones.
So here we have our first full look at some of the. Do you want to say main cast?
I don't know. I guess no one really knows. My guess is that every episode is going to be the bottom of the day episodes. Like, Colby remembers an episode where he was with Blur for this adventure.
I mean, thank God there are at least Decepticons in this, so maybe we'll get some decent battles. I hope.
Oh man, decent battles.
I say that even
we haven't gotten that since Prime.
Yeah. Let's hope.
I don't know.
Probably not.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I'm gonna be that voice of reason and
I'm with you on this one. I don't think we're gonna get any.
I so doubt it. These shows are
okay. You know what? Never mind. Moving on.
These shows are just getting worse and worse, just like the movies. And this might be the TLK of the television verse.
All right, Blur. We've
talked about him a few times. Very Generation 1 / IDW inspired, and I absolutely love the way he looks.
Bring back the OG voice.
Yes, please. John Machida Jr., the Micro Machines guy. Please, get him back.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Next, we have the dude, the main guy, the bee's knees.
Yuck, 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 yuck. Skip it now.
I don't know, man. I have a lot of things to talk about Bumblebee. One.
Oh.
All right, but yeah, there is Bumblebee.
I'm personally conflicted about this, but I kind of like it because it works.
He's Bumblebee and he's the worst.
I like his. I don't mind this one, but I do like the IDW is doing this design, but in IDW-esque. I like that.
Oh yeah, aren't they doing that in the latest issues of the IDW?
Yeah, in Transformers Unicron, he has this design, but he pulls it off at least in that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, next character.
Yeah, moving on.
It's our guy. It's our boy.
I'll say this. It's a much improvement over that Rescue Bots Academy Optimus.
That's right. This one has no neck.
All right. Big difference between the two. Consider the audience here.
They're both the same audiences.
No, not quite.
They're both aimed towards kids. The same for adults.
It's still kids, but not like little infant kids who can't even process words. This is more geared towards the audience of robots in disguise and the kids who have grown up with Rescue Bots.
I still stand by what I say, and this is still a vast improvement. I don't like that Rescue Academy Optimus Prime. Fuck that thing.
It's a nice G1 Optimus Prime.
Yeah, it's a nice
literally cancerous
of a G1 Optimus Prime.
Toys are bad, but it is designed. It's not bad. We got it.
Come on, toy department.
All right, so next dude is Grimlock. Yeah.
Where's his visor? Where's his mouth plate?
I mean, I think this one, because there's a lot of toys that have it, he will have he'll be in the battle and he'll have a visor on. I hope so. Actually, now I think about it, like I guess if he is a scientist, quote unquote, in robot mode, why would he have a battle mask on?
Yeah, he's personally. I mean, Stealthbot, you pretty much summed it up to the letter. He's kind of like the Incredible Hulk. Robot mode is like the Bruce Banner. Dino mode is the Hulk.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't know. Personally, I'm just not a fan of it.
I need to see how it's executed. Yeah. I can't say anything else until then. Until I hear the voice. I swear to God, if it's Greg Berger, though, I mean, yay. But also,
I'm not a fan. Like, I don't know. If I see Grimlock, just like, oh, hello, Bumblebee, pip pip. Here we go. I have some chemicals. I'm going to pour down here, and I'm going to create a thing. If that's Grimlock, I'm going to be like, oh, hold on, that ain't my dinosaur.
Not my Grimlock. Not my Grimlock.
Oh. Blow it out your ass. It's better than what we got the last couple times.
I mean, like, well,
that was a different.
Robots in Disguise Grimlock is. I'm not a fan of that.
There
one
was like a whole 30-second bit where he had wheels and a little platform bed. He's like, vroom vroom, I'm a truck.
I'm not saying I like that Grimlock. I'm just saying like the last good Grimlock we had was Fall of Cybertron.
Yeah, Fall of Cybertron was best Grimlock.
And look, I think that Kari Payton was a decent voice. I just think that he was given a terrible incarnation of Grimlock to work with.
I agree.
To each their own.
All right, so next is Hot Rod.
He actually looks a lot better than I ever anticipated. Like,
now let's see how bad the toy will botch him.
Honestly, the thing that most annoys me is the hands. The hands just don't look right.
They look like Studio Series Ratchet's hands.
He doesn't even have 4 fingers. He has 3 fingers. Why's he got 3 fingers?
They all have 3
he has 4
fingers. Look at all of them.
No, he's got a thumb.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I see.
The thumb doesn't count as a finger. Oh, Lord, help us.
I'm just saying it's going back to that sort of weird thing. I mean, didn't we used to have like a Transformer series that had like 5 fingers? Wasn't animated that or no?
Prime.
Are we wrong?
5 fingers.
I know why it's like animation budget sort of thing, but it's just weird. I will admit.
No, there's no excuse for why he has less fingers. They can afford to animate another finger. That's not the problem here.
I don't know.
I feel like it shouldn't be a big deal about how many fingers.
Guys, we have a problem. We don't have enough money to make additional fingers.
I'm not trying to make it
just
a big
give them all
deal,
4 fingers
okay?
then.
I don't want this to be like a TFA roast session sort of thing here. I'm just saying it's a little weird for me. That's all.
All right. Next guy.
I like this design. Like it's very G1, kind of meets IDW sort of futuristic design. Cyborg, you see where I'm going with this?
I mean, like the helmet, like. There's more detail in the helmet, which is something only like the IDW comic had going for it.
Yeah.
But other than that, like it's just a very another stylized version of Hot Rod, like everyone else in this series is.
Kind of like animated a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of. I can see.
Right.
Yeah.
Next dude is Prowl. Very basic.
Who wants to bet Blue Streak and Smokescreen are going to be in this, and they're going to look exactly the same with different.
You know what? I don't think they will be.
Like, will it be in the show? No, but will they make toys of it if this toyline continues?
Of course, because you can't have Prowl without Smokescreen and Blue Streak.
Yes, you can.
Combiner Wars did that with Blue Streak to make him like a TFCC exclusive and pay $50.
That's your fault, not theirs.
No, that's their fault, not ours.
No, you're a sucker for paying for it if you really need Blue Streak that bad.
Right?
I didn't buy it. Every time I wanted to go and buy it, it was sold out. And then I went on eBay, and he's going for like $1,000. It's like, what the fuck?
Or, you could come to me, and I'd do it for, like, cheap.
I'd have to find a Prowl. But anyway, very basic. Guy. Very
basic guy.
RID 2015 looking, honestly. Like, remember those tiny Titans from Robots in Disguise 2015? Those little figurines? And they had one of Prowl. He kind of looks like that, but more G1 oriented. I don't know. He doesn't look bad. Doesn't look great, but doesn't look bad.
All right, next guy is Ratchet.
I like it.
Jim.
I like the helmet.
I
like everything about it.
The doors stick up.
Ratchet went to the gym. That dude looking straight.
I disagree. Well, again, the toy's gonna totally fucking botch it. But I mean,
of course they are. His toys suck.
I really like the look of this Ratchet mode. I think that it kind of looks cool. It's it reminds me a little bit of Transformers Animated.
I look
but
at his
with
chest,
the Prime colors.
I look at his chest, and all I see is like the Heat Wave chest from Rescue Bots.
Well, that's your problem, not theirs.
Are you okay? Are you a little salty or something? Do I need to like?
No, I'm good at. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Oh, the tone. I guess it's the tone. I don't know.
TF Customs, what were you gonna say?
What?
TF Customs was gonna say something.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'll finish.
No, I said it's fine. You know, just that if the doors were like folded down or something, that just like the sticking upness of them is.
It'd be cool if like the window part of the like right between the window and like the actual part of the door folded over on top of his shoulders.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I guess that would be kind of cool, but if he were to lift his arms up whatsoever, he'd just break his windows all the time. He'd constantly be replacing his front windows every time he wants to stretch.
It'd be like a running gag throughout the show.
He'd always have to have his windows like rolled down.
Even that could still work though, because if they're rolled down, the white on the top of his shoulders would still peer through the actual open window and make it like blend in. But I was saying about because like if
he'll break the mirrors.
If you guys have ever
seen have to replace the mirrors.
If you guys have ever seen Rescue Bots, he has that Heatwave looking chest, and it makes me think: is he going to transform into like a similar style vehicle as Heatwave? Like, not being a fire truck, obviously, but as an ambulance.
Haven't we seen his vehicle mode?
We saw the Evergreen design, which is like, I guess the. How did you put it last time, Cyborg? Like the.
Did I put it? I didn't know. I put it in some kind of form. I mean, if someone asked me about Evergreen and Transformers Cyberverse, is like, Evergreen is like now the basic design for all the characters. Like if it's there, it's the blueprint of what these guys will look like from now on, pretty much. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but that's just what I would think of it now.
I don't think that's what we were looking for, but okay.
Well, I don't know. I know what you want from me.
Let's move on to Porn Stash Jackie.
Hold up. What the hell just happened?
What do you mean?
I didn't hear any of you guys for like a solid 10 seconds.
Oh, really? Well, I'll just say that I'll just say what I was saying is I don't know what you're talking about, TFA. Not a clue.
Now we're on to Porn Stash Jack.
The Evergreen designs, remember?
Yeah, and I don't know. I didn't know what I said, and I'm just gonna skip over it.
Okay.
Let's talk Porn Stash Jack. Come on, guys.
I like Porn Stash Jack.
I think it does not fit him.
I like the chest is very similar to Paul Cybertron. Like this design, it's interesting how Wheeljack's been going through just different designs each incarnation. Like Prime, he was
Prime
different
was completely different from what we are normally used to.
This show, like once again, totally different. Like I don't mind Wheeljack just going through all these different like styles. I think it's nice.
I mean,
he's like an edgy teen trying to find his place in the world.
Wheeljack,
he just doesn't quite get it right.
Kind of like a very, I say underrated, and I kind of stand by that because it's like, how often do you think of Wheeljack? Like,
I wonder why. Like, this is the first time Wheeljack's been portrayed with like a big mustache. I wonder why that is.
Animated.
Yeah, why is it?
I don't know. All I know is I want the guy who voiced Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Why is everyone saying that?
Because look at him. He looks like Carl.
I guess. I've been seeing that a lot in the forums. Is that I want him to be Carl? Why is that? That's so weird. I don't see Carl. I just see some guy with a weird stash.
I hear Carl's voice, especially whenever I think of John Bailey's version of Carl as we.
I have a minor gripe about this form, and it's not even the mustache. I wish that they tinted the windows blue. I feel like that would have worked a little bit better for me, but that's my only real nitpick.
All right.
Another thing that I don't like about this Wheeljack is if you take a look at the Evergreen ones. And you can kind of tell a little bit on this one too. All around him, he has, like, patches. All around him, he has like patches of like clear You know, like.
Sorry, Cyborg sent me a funny video or funny photo.
Sorry, go on. Continue.
And
Way
he
to
has,
derail
like,
your own
he has
live
these
stream.
patches of clear.
You
or
could look at it
the
yourself.
Red crayons, whatever you want to call it, all over him. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look. I don't know.
All right.
Oh, the stupid shit that you laugh at. You just sent me this picture, and
I'm sorry,
Oh.
Cyborg sent it to me, and I forgot about it.
We're not gonna I'm not gonna show it in the live stream.
No, we're not gonna screen share.
But,
It's a private
no,
conversation.
I think you have I think your viewers deserve the right to see what we are talking
I would
about.
ha-
This
We're not
is
showing
important.
in a private.
No.
It's
conversation.
pretty much it's Carl from Octagon Force drawn in Wheeljack as Wheeljack. And also the Autobot symbol is his face.
Is his face.
But yeah, okay. Next character.
It was like a
This one
sigh
would.
of disappointment there.
Oh, look, then you're right. It was a side disappointment. I am very much disappointed in the fact that A, I'm still here, and B, I'm still dealing with you knuckleheads. With you as the exception, TF Customs.
I'm okay. I like.
Oh,
Windblade.
thank
I
you
think
so
she's
much.
I think she's a somewhat cool character. Like, she's a pretty cool character in the IDW comics. I'll say that much. But the Prime Wars trilogy, she just Robots in Disguise. She was pretty good, but this design, why? Why does she look like this?
All right, I don't see anything wrong with the design. It just kind of looks very, very much similar to who was it? Not Hot Rod, but who was the one after Hot Rod? Prowl.
Prowl.
We were talking Prowl. It was very much basic to what the characters kind of always sort of looked like.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger concern for me is the fact that this female character is one of the best that the Transformers franchise has to offer. But now they're kind of just overusing her, and because of that, we're losing interest in her. And I think that
that's actually a very perfect because I agree. I think when it comes to the female Autobots, this is one of the best to come out from especially from a fan poll in a long time.
I mean,
and
yeah,
we get her
character
every time for any kind of rendition of with a new show, new comic, toy. I agree. They are totally overusing her.
She's
a great character, but
she is.
She's, and I hate to say this, but it's honestly the truth. She's becoming the Bumblebee of the female Transformers.
Not quite. And
Windblade has been utterly and overly oversaturated throughout this franchise since her
lately.
creation.
But here's the thing: the way that even though she has been present in all of the lines, and I brought up the whole idea of the fact that we're being oversaturated with Windblade. Her actual appearances are fairly minor. We got a toy for the IDW comics, but most of the audience of Transformers doesn't totally pay attention to the IDW comics. We got to see her a little bit in RID, but she left, and then she came back, and they totally recast the voice actress, and no one batted an eye. So,
well, no one batted an eye because the voice actresses were so similar.
But the fact that they still did that anyway without most people making a big stink about it, it was like, okay, we didn't really see a lot of her in RID. We saw a fair amount of her in the Prime Wars trilogy because that was the first time she was ever a central, integral character to that plot line. And this is the first time in a TV series where she's kind of integral at all times to the plot line.
The only issue is, with this, she's kind of like the older sister to Bumblebee, helping him gather his memories. Yuck.
It's a new dynamic, at least. At least it's not a love interest dynamic.
I mean, I'm not fully against it, but just saying that sentence. Yuck.
I'll say that she's more than definitely overused, and I kind of hope that this is one of the last times we see her for just a little while, or at least if we see her again, we see her in less of the spotlight. But I'll give her a chance in this because, again, she's a great female character, and we need more of them.
Wait, you didn't hear that Lorenzo beat Lorenzo Ventura was talking about the idea of a Windblade movie.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
that was a total law.
Yeah, everyone, let's do it.
But
That's
what I
the
was
next
gonna say
sequel.
was,
Screw Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
We're making
yeah,
Windblade.
the
Optimus.
only thing that the only thing I have a problem with is that, like, if we do take a break from Windblade one day, she could fall into the void of forgotten Transformers. Like, how often have we seen a series with Alita 1 or the other female Autobots? Like,
Well, think about
Firestar?
Alita 1 this way. Alita 1 was basically Optimus's girlfriend, and that's all she really was.
But what if we had,
She
like-
faded away from obscurity for a reason.
Oh man, if you
Or
could,
C.
dude, if you knew Alita 1 in the comics,
She is
Oh,
so
oh,
different.
so
Oh my
different.
But
gosh.
what
So
what
amazing.
I'm trying to tell you is that because of how the comics are a very niche audience, only certain fans of Transformers and comic fans really pay attention to that medium. Not everyone really focuses on the comics. If
Yeah.
they were to bring that incarnation of Alita to a television series or a movie, it would be a lot different. And that's
it would've
kind of
been
what
cool.
happened with Windblade.
Yeah. It would have been cool if, like, maybe down the future of the Transformers franchise. I mean, technically, we already have a series based around the female Transformer characters, Transformers Elite, which, if you have not seen it on YouTube, go check it out. It's pretty good. I would like a Transformers cartoon focused around, like, the stories of the female Transformers, like them fighting their war on Cybertron while the battle for Earth rages on with the other Autobots and Decepticons.
so it's kind of like was it? Because isn't that what Star Wars is doing with that miniseries you're doing? Forces of Destiny. It's focusing only on the female cast.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oof.
I don't
It's
know.
a,
anything
it's, a,
about
it's, a,
Star
it's a very,
Wars,
it's a, it's a very, it's actually been going on for a couple episodes now. It's a miniseries on YouTube. It is it's like an actual like animation team, Disney.
I honestly don't know anything about Star Wars, so hearing about
it literally is just it's a miniseries of small adventures from only the female cast of Star Wars.
that'd be interesting.
That's,
But yeah, I guess something like that for the Transformers. That'd be interesting.
Where I stand on this whole topic is that you need balance. You need like a great, like, I feel like there definitely needs to be more female characters, but I feel like you still need some male characters in that kind of a world, in that kind of a series.
Yeah.
I think, at least. I definitely think there needs
like,
to
not
be
every
a
female
balance
character,
between them.
like how Generation 1 did it during the whole Search for Alpha Trion thing, how the female Autobots were searching for Energon while Shockwave was on Cybertron. Kind of do something like that. Bring that story into play. But, like, redo it. Modernize it.
And cycling back to the other thing that you said about you don't want Windblade to be a forgotten character, I think that happened with I think that might happen with Strong Arm if we don't see her again. So I'm kind of hoping that we see her in this series.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Maybe a different version of her though. Like perhaps she's like, well, not Prowl, because Prowl's kind of like a stuck-up, like, oh, the law is the law. I feel like it would be funnier if she would try to push the law rather than, try to be the law.
Yeah, or maybe be like that one female cop character from Chicago PD who's kind of like sweet and innocent but gets down to business when she has to.
Kind of like Wheeljack a little bit, like willing
kinda.
to bend the rules to get shit done.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like that portrayal. That would be good.
I don't know if you know who I'm talking about or if you watch Chicago.
No, I do.
Oh, you do? Then you know who
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Not Officer Lindsay, the other chick.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay. I can't remember her name. That's why it bugged me. But yeah. I mean, I want to know who Windblade's voice actress is going to be. That's going to be interesting. Maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe the proportions are weird, like the overly broad shoulders and the leg armor, right? On her, like, on her thighs, on her, I don't know. You get what I mean. It seems very weird, but, like, maybe I'll get used to it. It's not anything big. It is what it is. But anyway, moving on from Windblade, here's someone we haven't seen in a while. Freaking Acid Storm. How long has it been since Acid Storm has been in anything?
Man. Alright, see, it's kind of bittersweet for me to see Acid Storm because the only portrayal of Acid Storm that I like and I ever will like is the one from Absurdly Awesome Animations. I swear, if they don't make Acid Storm like him, he will fail. He just won't be as good.
Oh, that's cute. No, it's not. It's adorable.
Yes, absolutely. He needs to be like that. There's no alternative here. You can't.
I love Acid Storm though. He's such. I mean, he was technically, and people may disagree with me, but he was technically in Generation 1 with the Rainmakers in that one episode. Was it Roll For It? Yeah, it was Roll For It. Wait, was it?
No one's gonna correct you.
No, fuck. What was it? It wasn't Roll For It. Roll For It was the one with Chip Chase. Which fucking episode was it? It was the one whenever Blue Streak, Bumblebee, Ironhide, and Trailbreaker went on Cybertron to get Cosmotron for Optimus.
You could have said anyone. I would have been like, yeah, you're right. You could have said Bumblebee,
Anyway,
Wheeljack, and Mirage. I was like, yeah, you're right.
And Windblade.
I agree.
Contacted these guys on Cybertron. They turned out to be 3 Seekers. There was a yellow one, a green one, and a blue one, and one of them was Acid Storm, or so we believed. But it's been a while. Actually, it's weird that Acid Storm's even in
The yellow one's not Sunstorm, right? They confirmed that's not him, right?
No, the yellow one was not Sunstorm. Sunstorm was actually the one who actually had the flamethrower in the very first episode.
That's right.
And the
I think that is a good design for Acid Storm.
Yeah, I do. I like it. Acid Storm was actually like one of my first ever Universe figures.
Same.
I'm excited with that. I'm okay with this Acid Storm showing up in an actual show, you know, getting into the spotlight. Something that a seeker like him would not, I would never expect him to get. So yeah, good job for Acid Storm. Sorry, Skywarp Thundercracker. Oh, sorry, Skywarp.
Sorry, Skywarp.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll say this though. Here's the big problem with Acid Storm. Acid Storm has this awesome superpower special ability. He just makes the other Seekers look like shit. Like they can't do shit compared to him. He's like, oh, I can make acid rain. What can they
watch?
do?
Just watch. Thundercracker could probably make balloon animals. You'll be surprised.
Thundercracker will just watch and just be very loyal, and Starscream is just gonna bitch about it and just complain.
What if they made
I'm still the
Thundercracker,
best Seeker.
What if they made like Thundercracker, like he transforms and like when he takes off, like he goes at a supersonic, like he makes other Transformers temporarily deaf. You know, Thundercracker, like he blows out their audio receptors, makes them immobile.
Is Soundwave in this series?
Yes.
Yes.
Then why? If anything, it would be better if he transformed and he jet powered, he could use that thunder to kind of knock everyone off their feet.
True.
Or as a distraction tactic, an explosion can be heard outside.
It's really bizarre though to see such an obscure Seeker actually in a mainstream cartoon. I mean, granted, we had Sunstorm. We had Sunstorm. Or not, wait, was it Sunstorm? Yeah, it was Sunstorm and Ramjet and animated. So, I guess it's Acid Storm's time to shine. It's pretty cool.
Next one.
Yep.
Oh, heyo.
Basic Megatron. Moving on.
Skip it.
Yep.
There's not much to talk about. Now,
he
this
looks
one,
cute.
okay. I originally thought, her name is Shadow Striker. She looks like Widowmaker. Maybe she turned into a spider. Yeah, no. She transforms into a Lamborghini.
What?
Look at her chest.
Whomst. All right. I thought she was another Seeker.
Nope. Well, maybe she might be.
I also thought she was another Seeker.
Really? Why would we have a Slipstream? Why would they have another Seeker?
I don't know.
I look at this and it's like I said, because we only got like a part of her chest shot, and then we had like her head shot in a piece of promo art on the side of a box, and I was thinking maybe she'll be a spider, but no.
I'll also say this. Initial impression, she reminds me of Lugnut.
Yeah, I mean, like her, her left eye is a very like if alone it looks like kind of like Lugnut's eye.
Or kind of has a little bit of an aspect from Armada Demolisher.
Yeah, here. Remind me later.
Because Armada Demolisher had like a kind of like a scope eye sort of thing, like one was bigger than the other.
I was thinking more of like the wheels, or what I used to think were turbines on her shoulders.
Oh yeah,
that's what kind of gave me the Lugnut.
Okay, yeah, I see it too then. But yeah, apparently she's gonna be like a possible like bounty hunter-esque, so she's like a female lockdown kind of thing.
Wow, that's on the nose. Lamborghini chest, bounty hunter. You must be a lockdown ripoff.
I mean, hey, you don't know. But
just reminds me of the Harry Potter dialogue. Red hair and a hand-me-down robe. You must be a Weasley.
but I look forward to seeing her in action in Cyberverse because her design looks really cool. Like, there's nothing I can really complain about.
Next.
Hey.
I think next is Shockwave, even with his mini head.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has a little Shockwave on a Shockwave.
You got a Shockwave on a Shockwave. Wait, is this technically the Shockwave that has 2 eyes?
Wow, that would be a first. Shockwave, you're doing the whole 2 eyes thing wrong.
He wouldn't be a Cyclops. He'd be a Biclops.
Oh.
Aren't we all though?
Touche.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, like you haven't made worse jokes.
No, I just continue to bring TLK back into the discussion to make you suffer.
It's dead. Let it lie.
So I think Shockwave looks pretty cool. I like him.
Shockwave looks pretty sweet. Also, he looks
except
angry.
for that shitty alt mode.
He looks angry. It's a spider tank. Shush.
It's not. It's
Watch
not.
it. Watching in the show. Watching the show is not actually. Watching it. He's not actually going to turn to a spider tank in the show. He's just going to turn to like a turret or a tank. Like watch that. Like toy just be redundant.
The toy's just going to be dumb. This toy.
I would have liked a giant purple space gun, but honestly, I'm okay with a turret. I also do like the nice mix of like the Generation 1 dark violet and this nice like lightish pink accents throughout the whole body. It brings something different to Shockwave that he's never really had before.
All right, next.
Cool. Next dude. Hey, Slipstream.
Dude,
That's not
did
a
you just
dude.
assume her gender?
Well,
wait, no, Transformers don't have genders.
I was going to say.
Well, clearly they do because we're calling her a her. So,
dude, there's a whole page in the Covenant Primus that explains that.
Yeah, like Alpha Trion's talking to you about it.
Yeah, I forgot what it was though. I should probably go back to that.
It's like
Alpha Trion sits
like
you down for the birds and the bees.
He's like saying in our species there are no genders, but for you humans will identify as genders for you or something like that. That's why you'll be seeing the word she every now and then.
No, just shut up. You're overcomplicating it, Alpha Trion.
No, that's what the Covenant of Primus is saying.
That's what I'm saying. They're overcomplicating it. Just shut up.
Were we talking to the book or were we talking to me? How am I supposed to know?
I'm talking to the book.
Oh.
But while you're at it, you shut up too.
You know, to be fair, I've told you shut up so many times. It's about time you got me back.
So Slipstream here. She probably is
anything since animated. Jesus.
Yeah.
I wonder if she'll have a special weather ability. I feel like they all should have weather abilities except for Starscream.
Yeah, his special ability is just he's super egotistical.
No, he just doesn't have one, and that adds to his complex as a character.
You think like
he was the prototype?
You think like his attitude is like that's for overcompensating for something?
Yeah, pretty much. Like it would be really funny if like Starscream was like the prototype seeker, and they gave all the other like he was like a successful kind of like droid, I guess, like a prototype, and then all the other seekers are given weather abilities because they're the real deal. Starscream was never supposed to be the real deal.
Man,
he was only a test subject.
Like for kids, a lot of credit if that actually happens.
No, I mean like that would be a really cool thing to explore in another show that wouldn't be as dumb as this one.
I agree.
As far as we know, though, Tara Strong is not voicing Slipstream in this. It's someone else, so that'll be interesting.
Wait, Tara Strong voiced Slipstream in the past? And SpongeBob voiced Starscream. Anything can happen. Oh, God.
All right, I'm going to switch now. Hey, Soundwave.
Okay, I've talked about this with Spooky. Soundwave looks so angry.
This is what happens when you give a kid repro labels.
Jesus,
that's very true.
He's mad because he has all these stickers on him and he doesn't want them.
I'm kind of disappointed he doesn't transform into a tape deck, but then again, I like the whole IDW sort of thing where he transforms into like this communication heavy-duty truck. Kind of like Transformers Prime Breakdown, but also kind of like that half-track from... Wait, was he a half-track cyborg in the IDW comics?
I'm sorry,
what's the half-track? That has like tread vehicles, but like front tires. Like
no, I never like that.
Was that Galvatron then?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Point is, though, I like that he still has like a vehicle mode that suits him.
Yeah.
Like he transforms into a communication truck. That's cool.
I like the design, and the
He
head
looks so
reminds
angry.
me. The head reminds me a lot of the ConstructBot Soundwave head sculpt.
You know, I still have those things. I'm either contemplating on selling them or giving them to my nephews.
He'd give away any Transformers, burn him at the stake.
Yeah, I'll be like the Joan of Arc of the franchise.
All right, next.
Okay.
Next. All right. Sounds cool.
Soundwave's cool.
That's
I hope we see
great.
Laserbeak.
This is just straight up flaunting. I could imagine him showing up at a club or just like, who wants to date me?
Like
Look
no
at all
fembot
this.
bats, no fembot bats at Optic Academy. He's like, oh,
You have no taste. It's because Acid Storm is getting all the real ones. Yo, guys, check this out.
Makes like a little poof cloud.
And Starscream just gets really angry and storms out of the club. Oh, man.
Storms, you made a pun unintentionally.
Oh.
Set yourself up.
One
I'm sorry
of
I even
us.
did that.
One of us.
Oh, no. Oh, Lord.
You guys think that these Seekers are going to pertain like a somewhat F-15 like Thunderbird or Tomcat jet mode?
I mean, like, what about the
no,
toys?
I think
Did the toy show that that happens?
Kind of.
Well, the toys are pretty good representations of the alt modes.
Well,
Except
then,
for, Shockwave.
well, then if the toys show off that he's some kind of F-15 or whatever, then hey, there you go.
Like, they give off the most basic form of how they probably look.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Next guy. All right, I think
He's just flying.
Stoic. Nice face.
I like it. I like his face.
Yeah.
He feels
like how all
like the
these
one who
Seekers
wouldn't
have,
be
like-
trying to get girls at the club. He'd just be standing there, and just a bunch of people would just be fawning over him, and he'd be like, "Ugh."
He's a
whatever.
bad guy, the bad boy brute.
He
That's
kind of
sexy.
seems a little bit emo. Like he likes to listen to his new age metal, and likes to do under eyeliner,
Yeah, guy liner.
guy liner.
But yeah, I
That's
like
something
just
I
see-
noticed with all the Seekers, though. I kind of like that small little aspect that they all have that. Even Slipstream, I think.
I think that Thundercracker is my favorite because I love the shade of blue that they went with.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that makes them.
I really
pop
like
out.
this color.
I also I like the very nice subtle accent over it on his wings.
Is he the last one?
yeah.
There's like final character.
Out of the ones that, is he the last one that we have to look at?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is rather than where
Oh, okay, that's weird.
Oh yeah, I do like how these Seekers are all like they all have their own specific designs. Just know like it's Starscream but blue. So it's
Do you guys
thank you
think
for
we're
that.
gonna see Skywarp or
No.
I bet they'll joke about it like, "Hey, we're Skywarp. Who cares?"
Oh, he's dead.
or maybe he's invisible. We just don't have his character bio yet.
No. You know? Oh, God. Oh, no.
What?
So what if Acid Storm was testing out his abilities for the first time, and Skywarp just
No,
so
stop.
happened to
Stop.
be
I already
Yeah,
know where
just
you're
like
going
it's
with
like all right, okay. All right, who's going to join the Decepticon cause? I'll pick Starscream, Thundercracker. Now, between you two, which one should it be? I'll pick Skywarp. It's like Azra's like, oh wait, but look what I can do. Let's kill Skywarp.
Why don't you want me? Because your name is Acid Storm. But watch this.
God
All right,
damn
you're
it.
in.
I like Skywarp though. He's cool.
I would have rather seen Ramjet than Skywarp.
You know, I kind of hope we do see the Coneheads later on.
No,
Apparently the show
not
goes
even
on
him
for,
as a
like-
Conehead. I just want him, like
You
Ramjet.
can't have those guys.
All you gotta do is wait for Bumblebee. You got Ramjet right there.
I wish it were fucking Ramjet.
Wait, are you talking? Wait, did you just make that? Okay, I think I know what happened.
Yeah.
still need to make that stop.
You know, Laszlo Ven still thinks it's Ramjet. He's really fighting for that.
Dude, honestly, I hope he's right.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Like if it's just like, guess what? It's Ramjet. I'd be like, all right, well, we all thought we made fools of us all.
Both of them make sense. Both of them were kind of white with red accents. So it's
I feel like we'll know by next weekend.
Besides, it would make sense if, like you said before, the Coneheads had a different Seeker bot mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the transformation on the Starscream or the Seeker we see in the trailer is very Generation 1, like Season 1 Seeker-esque. Like the wings fold up, the cockpit folds down.
That's why it would be funny. That's why it would be a joke. That's why the fans would get all pissed off while other people would be accepting of Ramjet.
Oh, I guess so. And I guess now we're finally on to our last small topic, pre-SDCC.
Oh, thank God.
Talk, which
all
means
right.
Yeah.
Long story. So
yeah,
I guess basically this is where anyone in the comment section. First off, let me go and acknowledge people in the comment section. Because I know I missed a lot of people. I'm so sorry.
Can
everyone.
Cyborg bring the live chat up and screen share
I
it?
have it up on my iPad.
Well, that's obviously not screen sharing.
What do you mean? Like while the stream's going, won't that bring like utter total? I don't know.
If he mutes the video, he can mute the
Yeah,
video, and that way we could all respond to what's being said in the stream, like live chat.
We can try that, sure. But first, let me go ahead and say hello to everyone who has joined from the beginning. And if I miss anyone, I'm incredibly sorry. But my live chat / top chat is YouTube needs to really fix that. I'm sorry, but they do. Hello to Ender Sage, Alex K9, even though you kind of just promoted your cast and call on here. Next time, please don't. TF Fan 13, Thorn Productions, hello. Prowl 1005 Parodies, hello. Marvelous Prime, I know you were here because I saw your comments. Primus Productions, hey, how you doing? VDP Animations, Jesus Christ, I haven't seen you in a while.
See, the people watching this, they're watching the stream of their stream.
Haha. Dr. Prime, hello. Explicit, my buddy, how you doing, dude? TF Fanatic, Coolerite, Lemonhead, Spooky D-Man, and I think that's it. So, hello, everybody. Thank you for watching, and to those of you who I missed, hello to you anyway. I'm sorry that Google's and YouTube's top chat / live chat sucks. But anyway. So, yeah. Oh, look. Rage Nation video in my recommended.
Can we acknowledge what the hell is happening in the chat?
No.
What is happening there?
What?
I can't see what's happening in the chat.
Look at Cyborg is screen sharing it. Just look at what he has the
No, I'm
screen on
trying
right
to,
now.
but it's so small I can't read it.
It's weird that we're watching a stream within a stream, and then even that stream is showing that we're watching. Oh my God, we're doing an Inception without.
Don't say it. Don't say Streamception. If someone says Streamception, son of a bitch.
I would see what's so bad about it. At least we're not bringing up TLK again.
You're right. Oh man, you're right.
So anyway, while we got the live chat up, let's just go ahead and talk about our final topic and then call it a night because it's starting to get late.
Yeah,
pre-SDCC talk. As all of you know, San Diego Comic-Con goes from July 19th to July 22nd, and with that comes a lot of news for the Transformers franchise as well as other franchises such as the Marvel Universe and DC and all that other stuff. But primarily, what we talk about here is Transformers.
No, let's talk Marvel.
John Warden officially said that Bumblebee Studio Series figures are going to be revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. I want to assume more War for Cybertron stuff from Hasbro is going to be revealed. I doubt we're going to see anything else Power of the Primes related except for oh shit, we didn't talk about. No, we said we'd throw that in. Repugnus, Punch and Counterpunch, and Blast Off. Which, by the way, well, I would have said this earlier, but it's taken down now. If you wanted Repugnus, you had your chance, but Amazon took down the listing. I already made my pre-order, so.
Earlier.
But Blast Off should be available. Wait, what?
I said earlier when you told me about it, it was already sold out. So.
Oh no, it wasn't even sold out. They took down the listing.
Uh,
Like when you go to it, it just says, "Uh-oh, something's wrong," and then shows you a picture of a dog.
well.
Good old Amazon.
They think when something's wrong, they show a picture of a cute dog. It's like, okay.
Here, a dog to make you feel better.
We're gonna see those there. I think we're gonna see Predaking, and we're finally gonna know his release date. Though, considering that Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source, and all those other online retailers are saying it's gonna be in August.
Toys R Us Canada.
Damn, lucky bastards. We'll most likely see Predaking sometime in either fall or early winter, or by the end of the year, I mean, because Power of the Primes officially ends this December. But what I hope to see is, obviously, now I want to see Shatter and Dropkick's toy. I want to see if Barricade's in this film, because, you know, he was rumored or apparently slightly confirmed by Jess Harnell, even though it's not official. The toys, man, they reveal stuff like that. We'll see. I hope we get to see a lot more characters from the War for Cybertron trilogy for 2019, because San Diego Comic-Con loves doing that. And always we'll get a preview night before the Transformers stuff, right? I mean, Wednesday night we'll probably get some previews.
I mean, I don't know actually. I don't remember if how they usually work. Like, I'm hoping they keep it all like secret until like that Thursday morning.
I kind of hope so too, but at the same time, it's like, give us one little snippet of something, just one, and then
another Optimus Prime.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh yeah, I feel like that might be it too.
Or another, might be MP Optimus.
Yeah, MP03 or not MP03, MP10-3.
Well, you mean MPO1?
What if they revealed one of those rumored new movie masterpieces like Jazz and Starscream? Oh, great.
I'd be okay with that.
I'm just, like, for the record, I'm gonna bow out of this stream a little early. I got some other stuff I need to take care of. But things I want to see from SDCC and the Transformers department, I want to see some more Studio Series reveals, potentially even, like, digital art or, like, concept art for some other characters that we have yet to see that I feel like really deserve updated versions.
Mm-hmm.
Such as, like, Jetfire, Sentinel Prime, Shockwave, characters like that. Maybe even Sideswipe too, because we really need another Sideswipe.
Of all those characters, I think Jetfire is like #1 candidate to get.
Jetfire is number one, and I want that Jetfire to be able to combine with the
snap with the Series Optimus. That'd be
but
great.
I want this Jetfire to be a Voyager. I know, breaking the scale. Oh, heaven fucking forbid! But I don't see how it'd be remotely plausible to have a leader class scale figure combined with a Voyager class figure. I just don't think it would work.
No, I think probably a Voyager would be a good idea. And plus, I mean, they were able to do different sizes even within the Voyager. Like, look at the size between Optimus and Megatron.
Like, I still think that, I mean, I know Blackout is technically a lot shorter than Jetfire, which is why I hate the whole concept of the scaling. I really think that they should do away with that for the Studio Series lineup of next year.
I don't think they will, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's the gimmick they're going to keep on going.
That's like the gimmick without being an actual gimmick.
Like, I just think that they're hurting themselves by doing that, because they're eliminating other possibilities for toys that people would totally buy, such as a new Jetfire, but a smaller one.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I would like to see some more Studio Series for the original trilogy, and maybe even some more Age of Extinction.
Well, considering we're almost done with the original trilogy, we got the main 5 Autobots. We have Starscream, Blackout.
Well, no, we haven't totally touched Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon just yet.
Oh, no, I'm thinking
There's
about
a
first
lot
movie.
of
My bad. I was honestly just thinking, my brain's going. It's late.
And we could still hypothetically get a movie 1 Megatron, even though, quite frankly, I wouldn't want to.
This is coming from me. I kind of want to see what they'll do with the Studio Series Skids and Mudflap.
I kind of don't.
I'm just curious. Like, I don't really want it, but I'm curious to see what they could do with it.
But yeah, I just want to see more Studio Series figures, and I'd love to see what new masterpieces in the movie line and Bumblebee movie toys. I want to see how terrible they might be.
Okay, here's a good question for the War for Cybertron trilogy. Do you guys think we're going to be getting another Titan for next year?
Maybe. I'm not. I don't really give a shit either way.
Because
But-
I'm
You mean like
rolling
another
out,
like another Titan class figure, or like another Titan?
like another Titan class that could be a Titan or just a big scale character.
I think
Say-
like it's a big scale character, maybe. I mean, yeah. I was going with you
Omega
guys' answers.
Supreme,
Maybe.
Fortress Max.
I see.
what we
That's
could
God,
have
yes.
done.
you're like you hit the nail on the head with me because I'm thinking either Omega Supreme or Scorponok from G1.
I kind of don't think we should get Scorponok just because, like, I don't know. I don't think we're ready to get a Scorponok after what they did to what's his name.
Who, Triptychon?
Yeah,
What'd they do to Triptychon? He's fine.
he looked like trash to me, but that might just be me.
Once you get it in hand, it's a lot different. And if you have an Ollies, you can get it for $50.
Not anymore. They're all out.
Fuck.
They've
Ouch.
been gone for a long time.
But
Well, apparently,
yeah.
they're going to be getting. There might be getting an overabundance of Transformers by.
Oh yeah, I can't
So
wait.
I mean,
for
hey,
that.
possibly, Triptychons can't sell out everywhere.
But yeah, that's. I mean, part of me also wants to see like. I know they won't reveal it at SDCC, but like I would love to see potential repaints to the already existing War for Cybertron toys that we got to talk about,
I
specifically
think
Pyro.
we're probably going to see. I want to say we're going to see a Sunstreaker. We have to.
I think we'll see a Sunstreaker. I want to see a Pyro so bad, but
I kind of want to see like if we're going to be getting like a Cybertron, Bumblebee, and Cliffjumper, or even like Gears or Brawn or any of those guys.
I would rather
I
see
hope
Gears and
so.
Brawn than another fucking Bumblebee. But
Because it's like we're almost done with the mini bots from the Prime Wars trilogy, even the Generations. Like we've gotten almost all the mini bots.
Right.
So it's like, what's next? Well, let's do the Cybertron versions of these guys, or at least some of them. Like some of them that were prominent within that, that battle in season 1 of Generation 1. So like Bumblebee, Cliffjumper, Brawn, Gears, Windcharger, those guys.
time will tell, I guess.
I guess
I'm
so.
gonna bow out now because I got some other stuff I have to do. So
All right, I
thanks
say
for
if
having
you want
me.
to promote your channel, but that's always a habit. That wasn't
Well,
a dig at you.
I kind of promoted my channel at the beginning. It's been dead for over a year.
There you
Is
go.
it
Go
coming
subscribe
back?
to it.
Is it not
Go-
coming back? I honestly have no idea.
Nobody
Your
knows.
guess is as good as mine. But yeah, thank you for having me. I enjoyed this TFTC. And
I'm glad you did. Sorry it was so
adios,
long.
everyone. Thanks
Take
for
care,
having me.
Talk to you
Yeah.
over text.
Yeah.
So yeah, stealth about everybody. I want to say we might like get Omega Supreme. It might be a possibility.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not to mention, considering third-party figures have been doing it, like the DX9 Gabriel, the Terminus Hexatron, or not Terminus Hexatron. What am I thinking of? No, Terminus Giganticus from Fans Toys.
Yeah,
A lot of people have been doing Omega Supreme. It wouldn't be too far-fetched if Hasbro were to do Omega Supreme next. However, don't raise it to $175, you fucking vultures.
It's Hasbro. They gotta do what they gotta do to make money.
It's bullshit that now prices went up again. And this is going to be a topic for most likely next week after we cover the SDCC stuff. Or Transformers becoming too expensive. I'm just going to say stay tuned for next week because that's something we'll talk about. Do you guys think we're going to see the next wave of Studio Series at SDCC?
I
hope
think
so.
so. I think they'll reveal because if once again for Voyagers, I think we've seen Wave 3's Voyagers. I think it's just going to be Ironhide. But when it comes to those leaks, they didn't really show. They only just showed Wave 1 and 2. So whatever's
I'm
Wave
still
3.
uncertain though because it's like they have Bone Crusher in the Target computer system. He's rumored to be a Voyager.
It's true that he was leaked pretty early, but then again, what was it? Megatron and Brawl were the first leaks, but they weren't the first Voyagers.
Yeah, but now Brawl and Megatron are out.
Yeah, but I was saying if you would think that if they're leaked early, they must be the first things we might be seeing.
Well, do you guys
I think
we're? No, go ahead. Sorry.
no, I still stand by that what was revealed a while back is going to be so far the what's going to be the actual listing. I think next is going to be Ironhide with whatever deluxes, and then next Voyager, the next wave 4, just one more Voyager, Starscream Revenge of the Fallen with whatever deluxes.
So in that case, who do you think the Striker 2? Because Striker 1 was Bumblebee.
I think Striker 2 will be Bumblebee's the Volkswagen mode. I think these wave like this whatever they're gonna show for the new studio series will also play in the Bumblebee.
So you think like this last wave of studio series that's going to be out in October is going to be strictly for Bumblebee, and then we'll go back to the mainline trilogy sort of deal?
Yes, because that way that'd be the perfect time to for Bumblebee figures to be coming out for the Bumblebee movie, and with the Bumblebee movie being done after those figures have all been gone through, next year it'll start off with more characters from the movies.
If that's the case, then once again I want to say that Red Lightning and Blue Hero or Blue Light or Blue Hero, I think it was, are going to be Shatter and Dropkick.
I agree.
That would make sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
find it really funny that like all this time we finally find out who the 1971 Plymouth satellite is, and it turns out to be a female Decepticon. I think that's awesome. Voiced by Angela Bassett, nonetheless, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the reveals. Yeah, I guess the thing I'm looking forward to the most for San Diego Comic-Con is just one is the figures, but mostly just a confirmation of the Seeker. I just want them to say Starscream. So
if it's Starscream, fine. If it's Ramjet, fine. I
just want a confirmation. Watch it be someone completely like. Watch it be his name is Turbobind. Something like it's something like
call him Airstrike. It's a brand new Seeker.
Like exactly like he watch him be his own character. He just looks like Starscream.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone was expecting these blue and red guys to be. Oh, that's a character we know. That's a character we know. Like that's obviously Barricade because we know Barricade, but we obviously don't know Shatter and Dropkick. So I think it's possibility that this might just be a whole just different dude.
No. According to one of our commenters, it's confirmed to be Starscream by that one article. So,
which once again, like like I mentioned to you before, TFA, like that article, like that portion of the article was removed.
Yeah, but recently. Why else would they remove it unless they were really trying to conceal the identity? Like it's already out there; people know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe they're just waiting to say Starscream at SDCC.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm open to anything.
I've said this with every time we talk about him. The transformation and that head, it's that's Starscream. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm just like I'm ready for everything now. I'm ready for anything. I'm ready for him to be Ultra Magnus.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You're
good. What leaders other than what leaders do you think for War for Cybertron we're gonna get? Because we're gonna be getting a Voyager Optimus. Who else? Do you think we're getting leader classes this time, or do you think they're actually going to skip them?
Good question. If they do leader classes, I actually see a leader class War for Cybertron Ultra Magnus that can carry Deluxes and Voyagers.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah.
That would be sweet. I would actually buy that on the spot. That would be
the last time. When was the last time we had a Ultra Magnus main line toy line?
Combiner Wars.
Combiner Wars, and honestly, it did a decent job. It was still able to carry Deluxes and Scouts. I'm sorry, Legends.
Sorry. As we've seen now, multiple characters can show up multiple times in this, different toy lines, as we see from Optimus and Hot Rod and stuff. So, I would not be surprised if we get just a more because that Ultra Magnus was more IDW.
Yeah.
So this one being a G11, I can see that.
Okay, some commenters are actually saying Sentinel or Zeta Prime. A Zeta
Prime one.
Good.
Give me honestly, an IDW Zeta Prime. That'd be amazing.
I would welcome that.
Me too.
Honestly, and Cooler 8 says Star Saber. I'm hoping Power of the Primes does not end on just Firestar. They can do Star Saber. They have this evolution technology for the figures. If they can take Orion Pax to Optimus, Hot Rod to Rodimus, and Optimus Primal to Optimal Optimus, they can do Star Saber from, not Star Saber. They could do Star, because apparently that's what his name was, from the V-Star. Or no, it was Saber from the V-Star to Star Saber. They can do that.
Yeah, I agree. And especially with this being all about Cybertronian modes. Since Star Saber doesn't really have an actual vehicle mode, it totally works.
No, I'm even saying they could do it in Power of the Primes too, for the last wave. Granted, we won't have any proper other proper deluxes or Voyagers, considering a lot of the combiners that we got are done. Like, all the G1 figure combiners are done except for Piranacon, aka King Neptune, if you want to go by that. Or, if we really want to go into IDW-based combiners, Monstructor. Which I think that would be a pretty cool Titan class set.
That would be cool. I don't see, those two, I don't see them happening. They're not well known in the community. But yeah, I'm surprised that after this Toyline that we actually got through all the combiners we know of, plus like fan made ones or like new ones, Volcanicus.
Yeah, Elita Infinite, Volcanicus, Betatron, Optimus Maximus, Skyrain. Combiner Wars, Prime Wars Trilogy have been doing really well with this type of thing. And I'm so glad I never gave up the hope of Predaking and Abominus, because I knew when Titan's Return happened and they were doing Beast Combiner or Beast Transformers, those guys were next. And they had to have been. And now they are, and I could not be more grateful.
So who is what was his name? I can't remember what you guys said.
Monstructor is a combiner that was actually made by Shockwave?
No, G-Axis.
G-Axis, okay.
Who is he made up, or who is it made up of?
The Monstercons, which were comprised of, I want to say one was Birdbrain.
That's the only name I remember. Birdbrain.
Ice Pick, I think, was one of them. Was one called Stinkfly?
I just remember Birdbrain.
No, Wildfly, Slog, Scowl, and Bristleback. So I was right. Ice Pick, Birdbrain, and Birdbrain were two. Wildfly, Slog, Scowl, and Bristleback. And honestly, it makes sense because it's another 6-team combiner. And we had that with Devastator. Why couldn't they do that with these guys? So, yeah, if you don't know much about Monstructor TF Customs, you need to. He's a cool dude.
Yep.
He's vicious in the comics.
He's in the comics, like where he's from, and he's the first combiner. Well, besides Nexus,
he's the first standard Cybertronian combiner next to the god-worthy Nexus Prime.
All right, I'll have to.
Polarite says maybe a leader class Ironhide based off G1.
I'd rather see a deluxe Ironhide, not a leader class though.
Yeah, but the boxy kind of van Ironhide. I don't mind the pickup truck that we got. I don't mind the classics, the classic / Universe 2.0 one we got back in 2009. Those ones were fine, honestly. And if you prefer those, go for them. Honestly, that classics Ironhide's really good. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind Ironhide or Ratchet. I don't want a leader. I'd want to, honestly, save it for leaders. Save it for the Decepticons. Do another a Cybertronian style Megatron or Shockwave or something. Actually, Shockwave, because technically, War for Cybertron, Shockwave was supposed to watch over. Yeah, I think that'd work.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I wonder if we'll get a War for Cybertron Megatron, a Cybertronian tank, Cybertronian Starscream.
I mean, obviously, we're gonna keep the classic Autobots and Decepticons.
I wonder, so if this is what they are trying to capture the G1 Cybertronian modes, do you think if we get Starscream, it will be the triangle pyramid?
Do you think it's gonna be the Tetrajet Seeker?
Yeah, that. If they're trying, because if they mention Wheeljack will look just like his G1 cartoon Cybertronian mode.
The only issue I have with that is that thing's going to have a lot of hinges, and those things are probably going to be at risk of breaking.
Yeah, I see. My thing I see that's is a kibble. I see a lot they're all blocky and every
yeah. I mean, have you seen the Impossible Toys Tetrajet Seekers?
No.
The Tetra Squad. Look up a picture of these guys. They're not bad by any means, but they're
What's it called?
G1. Tetra Squad by Impossible Toys. Also, sorry, Ender Sage, I didn't reply to yours. New Titan Scorponok. I said that, and I hope for it, because we have Fortress Maximus, and we have Triptychon and Metroplex. We need a Scorponok. We got a Scorponok Titan Master with Grotesque from the Toys R Us exclusive. God damn it, I made myself sad again. I can't say that name anymore without being sad, because it's oh, it's gone.
Why is it gone?
What?
Said what?
It went out of business.
Oh, you're talking about Toys R Us. I thought you.
Yes, I can't say that name of that business anymore because I just make myself sad.
Oh man, yeah, that looks really weird.
No, but you see what I mean? It's very G1, like it
Very
looks
G1.
like an old G1 toy.
Yeah, like I mean, if someone showed me a picture of this and like, oh, this is War for Cybertron Thundercracker or Starscream, I'd be like, oh, that's bad.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd kind of pass.
Oh, me too. Yeah, but like but if they did this but improved it, then by all means, go ahead.
But you see what I mean? Like,
yeah.
if Hasbro does do this, and they have to get that way, it's gonna be really hingy on those, and those are gonna be prone to breaking. I mean, unless there's peg connections as well, then by all means, parts forming, because that's a thing. But still, I kind of hope we get a Jazz that looks like that one little Cybertronian dragster car that we saw in the first episode of G1. I think that'd be really cool. And if that's the case, do it for Prowl, do it for any other Autobot like Smokescreen and Blue Streak as well, because they were all kind of similar. I'd really like to see, some other Decepticons. I mean, I think there's a lot that they can do with this. It's just a matter of how is it going to be like done. Like, imagine, good idea, Reflector. The dude who transforms into the camera.
Oh, Reflector. Has there not been a mainstream like toy of him?
No,
I don't think
so. There was a Transformers Collectors Club / BotCon 2016 exclusive of him that was like the Shockwave Combiner Wars mold that was able to combine into a giant orbital camera.
That's kind of cool though.
But it's like you go for it on eBay, it's like almost $100, and it's like it's not worth that much.
Right.
But yeah, I'm thinking about what Stealthabot said now with Shatter and Dropkick as a toy. Like, are they going to make them triple changers? Or are they going to do 2 individual figures like what they did with Drift and Age of Extinction?
I don't know. I mean, I think okay, let's say that they both have each own like vehicle mode and like car mode and plane mode.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they will focus on the vehicle mode because it's just easier, and also like that you can promote more with like, because like don't all of these studio series like car modes have like
official licensing and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that would be better for
even the jets. Like Starscream actually has like the Lockheed Martin, F-22 Raptor as his. Actually,
then I guess it depends on what plane modes they have, or I guess like or what they spend more time in, which I think will be the vehicle mode.
He actually does have the Lockheed F-22 Raptor as his official license. I thought so. I wasn't sure, but I thought so.
So I think they're gonna focus on vehicle modes. I mean, the idea of them actually combining them form the jet actually really interests me.
I'm curious about it, but I also feel like that's gonna be like a Robots in Disguise Crash Combiner type thing, and that's gonna.
I don't see. I mean, then again, like probably could just be a bunch of gimmick toys, and I don't know, because we still have a bunch of gimmick toys that they confirmed a while back that we haven't seen yet. So I guess I'll have more of an idea of an opinion next weekend.
Right.
I think so. The what?
Huh?
Wait, no. What'd you say, TF Customs?
No, I said right. Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
And as opposed to like anything else, we're finally going to be getting our first look at Transformers Cyberverse as like a trailer and some more future toys. Again, guys, if you're going to go for Cyberverse, like if you want to, go ahead, but I beg you, watch Ben's Collectibles' latest reviews on the figures, because the only good one, and Thew's, because freaking Thew, man.
It's great.
Watch Ben's Collectibles on Optimus, Starscream, and Bumblebee, and then watch Thew's on Shockwave. Make your decision. But personally, I'd avoid the latter 3. Go for only Shockwave, because Shockwave seems like the best one.
Do you think when they reveal War for Cybertron, they're going to reveal just like one wave, or like the first 2 waves?
I feel like, well, wait, how did they do it with Combiner Wars? Because I think they did it with both waves.
I don't remember. I think when they
and that's a better question. I think they also did the first 2 waves for Titan's Return as well, because we didn't just get like the standard headmasters. We got like all the headmasters: Mindwipe, Weird Wolf, and
yeah. Because I was trying to think of like Power of the Primes. Did they reveal like just wave 1, or they were wave 1 and 2 when they announced it officially?
I think they did Wave 1 and 2.
I think for Combiner Wars they did because they showed Superion and Menasor.
But I guess I should realize that it depends on do you think San Diego Comic-Con would reveal all this stuff or don't larger reveals wait for HasbroCon?
I think what they're going to do is they're going to show off a small snippet of the War for Cybertron stuff. Kind of like how they teased us back in BotCon with the whole "See you in 2017" and they left that banner with a jet and a tank. And it's oh, Overlord. I think they might do something similar like that. Give us a few things and then tease us for HasCon because it's going to be right around the corner. August 22nd. I think it's August 22nd anyway. It's right there.
True.
But I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed nonetheless, as long as I see more other than Optimus, Sideswipe, and the Target Masters, which freaking Target Masters. I'm so happy about that. I really kind of hope we get to see a bit more in-depth. And I also think what they're going to do, because the Transformers franchise has done this every single time, Combiner Wars kind of had this story-based demo video. Titans Return did it. Power of the Primes kind of did it. I think we're going to be getting something like that for War for Cybertron's trilogy. You know what I mean? The whole motion comic style thing, promotion.
Oh yeah.
I think
I see that for HasCon to reveal.
I see San Diego Comic-Con for some reason. I don't know. That's just me.
Yes, time.
But yeah, I'm excited. And also, sorry guys, we didn't go over the whole the last exclusives we meant to talk about. But for right now, because we're almost done. Repugnus was on Amazon earlier today. Unfortunately, the listing is taken down, and I already made my pre-order. So I suggest keeping your optics sharp next week. Check Amazon, because I think that's when they're going to be releasing him, possibly Punch and Counterpunch, and possibly Blastoff. Nemesis Prime is available as of right now. If you have an Amazon Prime Day, July 16th, next week. Make your order. He's temporarily out of stock because a lot of people have ordered him in the UK, and now they're finally releasing in the US. I made my pre-order on him. Go check him out. He is available. Just make sure you got that Amazon Prime or the 30-day free membership. Make sure you choose the monthly one, because if you don't, you're going to end up paying about a little over $100. And as I said before, August 13th, Optimal Optimus Primal on Hasbro Toy Shop for the Throne of the Primes will be available for $69.99 plus shipping and handling. So mark your calendars for that as well if you want those last 4 Prime Masters, because that's the only way I think you're going to get them.
You know what I didn't think of until now? The new War for Cybertron Prime. I think that would make a good Toxitron.
Oh
man,
Toxitron. I remember TFTC also had exclusive of him for Fun fact, that Nemesis Prime head, his actual full body Nemesis Prime, that's the same head.
Oh, wait,
that's
what?
Toxitron's head from the Transformers Collectors Club one.
Oh, cool.
I didn't know that, but then I looked at it. It's it is the same. Yeah. So, yeah, Toxitron, man. We need more obscure characters. No more basic guys. Just give us some obscure ones. I really hope we see the Micromasters, too. That would be awesome. But, yeah. We droned on long enough. Taking up about, 3 hours of your time?
Yeah, 3 hours. Remember when you said we wanted to be a short live stream?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Doesn't that always happen? Why do we try?
Yeah. I've lost all
I think one day though.
One day
we'll do it. That's for sure. The San Diego Comic-Con, yeah, expect a 5-hour stream.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Right.
Depending what they show.
Yeah. I was actually gonna go back and watch the old TFTC when we were all freaking out about oh my god, new Chimera Bumblebee.
Yeah, that's a very memorable TFC
when I
moment.
went on a BRB and then I heard everyone fucking freaking out, and I'm just what the hell happened? It's right when you were gone, they revealed it, and I'm like, what? I might go back and watch that episode. And hey, if you guys missed out on TFTC, you got 62 episodes to catch up on. There is a playlist, so feel free to go check that out at your own time and leisure. Skim through it if you even want to. I don't care if you watch it fully. That's your choice. But yeah, been a little while. Good to be back. Expect more content as time goes on at its own time and leisure, obviously. And I guess this is where we're going to sign ourselves out. So TF Customs, your first TFTC, by all means, take it away.
Yeah, can't wait for next week.
It's going to be fun. But feel free to promote yourself on your Instagram or, whatever you feel like doing.
So I guess you can go check out my Instagram, TF.customs.
All right.
That it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cyborg, take it away, my dude.
Yep, it's been, I've been Matt or Sepagraptor, whatever you prefer. I've been the co-admin of the stream. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight again.
And of course, you know me. I've been TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict. Stay tuned for the Transformers Infinite Chaos Minisode number 2 for the Lunar Darkness Saga, the final piece of the season 1, which has been 4 years in the making, or 4 years in the production, I guess. I don't know. But stay tuned for that. Most likely either next month or maybe, if I feel ambitious, the rest of this month, sometime by the end of this month. Stay tuned for the next, the Expanded Universe fan-made named combiner stop motion by the name of Transformers Fortify, where you, who have followed me on Instagram, voted the names for Inferno and Starscream's combiner modes for the Power of the Primes figures. Thank you guys so much for that, by the way. And as always, stay tuned for TFA reviews, TFA plays, all that fun stuff on the channel. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So this has been TFTC episode number 63, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. By all means, if you haven't already, like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe, because this is the only channel where your entertainment will be transformed. And if you want to contact me on social media, by all means, feel free to do so. Once you message me, please be respectful, be appropriate, be patient, and I'll reply to you all as soon as I can. And please remember, my fellow addicts, until next time, to get addicted, stay addicted, and TF addicts, or life. This is TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict, rolling out till all are one. See you next week.